If love and gogi is wrong, I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not right.
Yeah.
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcos. Let me look at you.
They don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy.
Pistol formation. JJ takes the snap, hands it off to Edwards, who will bounce it outside. Got him at 40, got him at 30. Donovan Edwards is in the clear. He'll do it again. His second touchdown run of the ball game. This time for 46 yards. And Michigan has taken a 13-3 lead on the second touchdown of the night from the man who was not tripping. JJ eyes the defense, claps his hands it off to Corum, running right. He's got room across the 25. Blake Corum 30. Blake Corum 35, 40. Blake Corum down the sideline. 40, 35. Comes back inside and gets tracked down from behind at the Washington 20-yard line. The Michigan run game flexing its muscle. 57 yards for Blake Corum, and Michigan threatening again, as that will be the final play of quarter number one. Tybo Rogers in the backfield shifts out of there as Penix is back to pass on first down. Pump fakes, now is firing in, and it's intercepted. No, dropped. Oh, Will Johnson, did he catch it?
Yeah, he did.
Did he catch it? He did! Will Johnson comes up with an interception right in front of the Washington bench. He bobbled it and then plucked it right off the turf. Blake Corum off the left hip of J.J. McCarthy in a shotgun. Snap. Blake run him right. Cuts upfield at the 10. Breaks a tackle to the 5. Blake Corum to the goal line. To the end zone. Touchdown Wolverines. Blake Corum with the touchdown run. From 12 yards out, and Michigan extends the lead to 26-13 here midway through the fourth quarter. JJ takes the snap. Flips the ball to Roman Wilson after he takes a knee. And Michigan, the Wolverines, have won a national championship. Wolverine alums, Michigan fans everywhere. Jim Harbaugh and your staff, your team is the number one team in America as the clock ticks down and Michigan completes a 15-0 national championship season here in Houston.
Yes, sir. Ooh, got a little sketchy there for a minute.
Ever nervous last night?
I thought the final score was going to be 50-0 the way they started the game off.
Man.
Then we hit the old sports lull. I was like, oh my goodness.
I was keeping an eye on it last night. I was boots on the ground at the Heat game, but I was like, all right. I didn't want to bother you. I was like, I'm going to leave him. I'm going to let him be in his own zone last night. What was the experience like in the Horde household last night?
Oh no, I didn't realize it until after the game. You know, Michigan has led at the half in 11 of their games. Or no, let me take that back. All season, they've never trailed at halftime.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that's just crazy in itself. But I did know that Washington, that's their area of expertise. They play a lot of close games. Everybody wondered if Washington should be there because they had so many tight victories. And I was terrified. But the thing that caught me off guard, they talked about how good their receivers were.
Washington's.
Right. And I'm like, they weren't better than Ohio State's. Right? Like,
Ohio State, they got the guy.
But even the other guys, like what Michigan has faced the last couple of years.
Man, crazy. Yeah, did it.
And they were able to, the thing that was most amazing is that to the naked eye, that defense looked very vanilla. But that was a professional defense. The schemes that they were running, you know, clouding to different coverages, rotating back and forth, all with a 4-man rush, confusing the hell out of Penix. You don't see that in college. You don't have the time to prepare a team to play those different variants of defense. And that was the most incredible thing. Now, I will say this. The guy that ended up winning the defensive MVP, I may or may not have rooted for him to get that targeting foul and be kicked out of the game because he was getting roasted.
Oh, wow.
He was getting roasted. But other than that, I mean, holy smokes. I can say without a doubt, I thought Michigan was good, right? But I didn't think they were this good.
Do you love this team so much because
the different ways they won football games this year? I didn't think that, you think you have certain teams that can only win football games a certain way, and they proved me wrong all year. They won games a number of different ways.
But do you love the fact that they've mostly like their identity is they're going to run it down your throat and you're going to do nothing?
When you watch the game, you didn't realize how big Michigan's offensive line is and how well they can move.
Yeah, they busy this
lined
weekend
up against Washington. Huh?
They busy this weekend? Can we bring some in? A little Stephen Ross connection?
Oh my
10-day?
Oh my goodness.
They do 10-day in the NFL? They got
just,
pass rushers?
They just dominated.
We have nobody left. There's no one.
Nobody.
There's nobody left.
Oh,
like Mike McDaniel just comes out, he just drops in our lap. Oh, by the way, Van Ginkel and Jerome Baker both done.
Out for the season.
What was wrong with Van Ginkel?
Foot. They won't say like if he needs surgery yet, but he just comes out of nowhere. He goes, "Oh yeah, and by the way, Jerome Baker." Like, hey, Mike, could you use Jerome Baker and pass rush at all? He goes, "Well, no, because he's getting wrist surgery. He's done for the playoffs."
And when did that happen?
I don't know.
I have no idea when that happened.
Well, that you have to figure because he could still run around, that he may have not realized the severity of his wrist injury. You know what I mean?
So, let's give us some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
So, do you think Harbaugh leaves now? He's finally done what he always set out to do. There's always been a lot. He's gone from, hot seat to reconstructing contract to he's been flirting for like the last 5 years. He finally gets it done. Do you think that he finally that he jumps off, or do you think he just he does Nick Saban and his Michigan King for the rest of his life?
I have gone back and forth with this, and I still can't give you an honest answer, but I know that if I'm that guy that went through all this and won the national championship, right, I'm not leaving just to spite everybody. You know what I mean? That, look, you got to stare at me every week on top of the polls or in the top 5. And you suspended me. You had this cloud over my team. Right.
Had my assistant coach crying like a baby.
Oh my God. Yeah. And so I think that I would stay just because of that. That being said, most of the time in coaching, you can do it one of two ways. You can get out while it's good, right?
Yep.
Or you can wait until it goes bad and then they force you out. There's no other two.
You can't force them out anymore, though. Like that's over. When you win the championship and you already went to the school, like he was already loved. Obviously, he's got the relationship with Ward and all that stuff. So like, you can. He's a if he wants to, he can go there till he's decrepit if he wanted to.
Right.
Like, you're not going to fire him now. I mean, Stephen Ross has got to be doing the sensual Jalen Waddle all night last night.
Right. I mean, it's just like, I hate the fact that you don't even have a chance to be happy for the school.
Right.
Or or Jim Harbaugh or that coaching staff who did an amazing job. I mean, how many guys could lose their coach for 6 weeks and still win a national championship?
It's very impressive.
Right. And
But
and the whole conversation is not going to even be about the incredible job that those players and that staff did, but the conversation is going to immediately go to, you won a national championship, are you staying? That sucks.
It does suck. It is what it is. But I think the thing that's interesting with him is normally it feels like when a coach is in the situation, we don't know if they can have success in the NFL. He knows he can do it. In the NFL.
That makes it that much worse.
Like, what's the point? Like
that makes it even more appealing is that this guy has had success at both levels of football. Nick Saban didn't.
No.
Right? And Pete Carroll did. Right? So I don't
Yeah, Pete Carroll's the good example because Pete Carroll, I mean, honestly, he was more successful than Pete Carroll was the first stint. Pete Carroll was kind of a Lavenstock, went to college, and then was successful, rebuilt himself.
Right.
Now, obviously, Pete Carroll, and I don't know if Jim's got to deal with this too. He saw writing on the wall and he hightailed it out of there.
Right. And
I don't want to do what everybody's doing to you. You get to peacock today. I don't want to do Michigan Wolverines. I see it on ESPN. Does the narrative change? I don't want to do that. You peacock. No. You feel how you want to feel. I'd steal if the Canes could steal. They just got a QB from Albany. I was like, huh? Albany?
Wait, university?
That's right. The Great Danes.
Why didn't I just go get little baby Tua?
I think that might still be in the works. Apparently, this kid's just coming in the full, but he apparently lit up FCS and he's here. I don't know. I saw that news yesterday. I was like, all right, I thought we were getting Tua.
See, my whole thing with you'll know when the U is really back is when they're competing for players that would go to Alabama, right? Ohio State, Michigan, Florida State, and those are the options, and they choose to go to Miami. That's when you know the turnaround is coming, right? And I think, when you get players where, okay, well, what are this guy's options? Rutgers, Vanderbilt, right? That goes to show you what people think of your university, right? Not what you think of your university. When your best offer out of Vanderbilt, Georgia Tech, Syracuse, the best offer is Miami, okay, you still got a ways to go. When you start talking about he got offers from Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State, and he chose Miami, then that goes to show you the level of talent you're bringing in.
Yeah,
so that's what I look for.
Yeah, I mean, and Mario's done a really good job with his recruiting class this year, like as he normally does. He's a really good recruiter, and I think he's probably got to watch what happened with Harbaugh yesterday. Like that's what he wants to do. He wants to do that for his alma mater. Like that's the goal. That's got to be.
It's a little bit. I would say it's more difficult down here to do that because even when Michigan is bad, they have 9-10 wins, right? And they're ready to fire the coach, right? It's a different expectation. And so I don't know. I know Mario is an excellent recruiter. Sometimes during the game with those recruits, there's a bit of a struggle.
Clock coordinator. That's what we need.
Yeah, a clock coordinator. But wait, not if nobody listens.
I know.
I
don't want to talk about it.
All right.
Clock.
Anyway, congratulations. So did you have drinky poos last night? Did you just go to bed with a smile on your face?
No,
did you text anybody? Did you celebrate?
I didn't have anything to drink. We had some wings. We had some pizza. My boy Mike came over, who's an Ohio State fan, but his son's a Michigan fan. So me and Ev were cheering, right? And you can always tell the person that's not a fan of the school, negative Nancy in the room. Right? Oh no, he didn't let him. I know what's coming. Washington. Hey, here it comes.
Here it
I'm
comes.
Like,
Penix.
I'm like, dude, I'm gonna turn on the little TV and put your ass outside. You need to stop this.
Oh man, well, congrats, Leroy. Your Michigan Wolverines are champions. Now let's get to the real headline of last night.
The Heat.
Jović, dude.
Wow.
Back after this.
WQAM.
Would you venture off into the J-League, JFig playlist?
I did. I was like, you know what?
Rockville.
Let's go to Rockville.
Rockville. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 o'clock here on the program. Leroy, he's got a victory cigar today.
That's right.
He's out in his Michigan gear. Wolverines win the title last night. And are champions of college football. Meanwhile, I was at the real main event, which was, of course, Heat Rockets last night.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude.
Big game.
It was a big game. Hey, Rockets are good.
No, they are.
Rockets are good. Rockets
Yeah,
got some players. That Ime Udoka, man, good coach.
Good coach.
Good coach. You know?
Wants to fight LeBron.
Listen, watching The Office, who you decide to fraternize with.
Okay, yeah.
You know, so as to not get fired.
Yeah.
You know, let's not maybe next time not the president's wife. You know, just so you keep your gig. But he seems like he's got that team playing pretty well. But the most exciting thing about yesterday, look, Tyler was awesome yesterday. He big buckets, 28 points. Bam, early foul trouble. Didn't matter. Got himself a little double.
Bounce back.
Big bounce. Well, he was awesome his last game. It was a big bounce back win overall.
No, I mean in that, like to start off bad, and then he was like at one point he was 9 for 11. Super efficient.
Super efficient night from him. Kevin Love.
Oh,
you know,
what the hell's been happening?
I've always said with this guy, like
Kevin Love with the old man pump fake.
He's just got there's just such a beauty to Kevin Love's game. I've always loved it. I've always appreciated it. And to now see this guy just flourish. People will say he's just a locker room presence. No, sir. This man is a producer of basketball points and statistics. Kevin Love is amazing. And I've always said that about him. I'm so happy that this guy, you know, I saw some this was poor sap yesterday, boots on the ground. And I'm watching Kevin Love get some work with Karan Butler before the game, you know, and some poor sap, he's wearing a Cavs LeBron. He goes, Kevin, Michigan, Cleveland. No, he didn't even say Michigan, Cleveland. He said, should come back to Cleveland. Hey, my guy. The problem is they didn't want him, dude. Didn't play him, and they said, go off, Kevin. Go do you. And what has Kevin Love done? Oh, I don't know. He's just been like putting up 14 and 11 like it's nothing. Like it's like
love time. Love. Let's go.
Yeah. And he's been amazing.
You are amazing.
Dude, it's better than I could have imagined with Kevin Love. He's so good. He's so good. And the big thing, though, yesterday, Nikola Jović.
Oh.
And it's not just that Nikola Jović was doing Jović things. Leroy, yesterday was an important day because he did it on both ends. And I think he won over Spo. I think he won him over.
Yeah.
I think he won him over. I think he did. Because like you can see there was just a little bit of a little twinkle in Spo's eye after the game, and he's talking about he's big. Oh, he's big. And then he used the word next to Bam. Dynamic. Wow. Dynamic.
He's been dynamic for 2 years, dude.
Okay, but like you got to convince the head man. You got to convince the head coach, and you know the head coach is not going to just let anybody in there willy-nilly.
Somebody just put on there, upgraded from sweetener to core piece.
Oh, dude, he's untouchable. I mean, he's been untouchable, but he's untouchable.
Sweetener.
And although I think Leroy traded for LeBron the other day.
No, Leroy didn't.
I think you did. And this guy, he's so good. And but the big thing is, could he get Erik Spoelstra to believe? All right, the Jović agenda has now hit a crescendo here, because it's not only yesterday, you know, he's a moose, okay, but then he gets out on the run and he's deflecting balls yesterday, and he's getting steals yesterday, and he's doing no-look bounce passes and dishes out on the fast break, and then it's like just on the break, stop and pop, hit a three, put his head down, just gonna makes a, free up Bam for a follow-up slam. He was incredible yesterday. It was Goosey's galore, and quite frankly, it felt like a moment if you were a Heat fan. It felt like a moment if you were a Heat fan, Leroy.
So what does Spo say?
Oh, here we go. Erik Spoelstra
Leroy
after the game.
Why?
He's very dynamic when you play him with Bam. They were trying to junk up some of the matchups, which they do very well, and put, Tate on Bam, and then Sagoon on Nico. Well, Nico's very skilled, and that just gives us a different dynamic if you try to do that kind of thing. And he'll just continue to improve. It's not going to be linear improvement. There'll be some ups and downs, but this playing time that he's gotten in the last several games has been really important. And when we get to practice tomorrow, again, it'll be much more relevant when we're going through the teaching points.
What that sounds like? Hold up. No.
What?
I ain't buying it.
What do you mean?
It sounds like in 2 weeks, he's going to be back in Sioux Falls.
No, I don't think so.
He's setting
I don't
up
think so.
for that. Hold
No,
on.
I don't think so.
Hold on. You hear what he said?
Mm-hmm.
And then he left himself what I like to call the old Tobs, with this wiggle room, right? Because he said, it's not going to be linear. It's going to be up and down.
It is
which
going to be
means that down could have him back at Sioux Falls to get more work.
Well, you got to think of him like this.
No,
He
said it. I'm taking what he said.
No, but you got to think of him as there's going to be a time where he does the Duncan 2 for 2, which is 2002 minutes. There's going to be those times. It's just going to happen with him. He's young. He's a young pup. But here's the thing that changed yesterday, Leroy. He's had the support of Jimmy. That's great. But Jimmy's Jimmy kind of marches to his own beat sometimes. You don't know if it's always on the same path as well. He's got the whole locker room buzzing. It was a buzzing last night, and what those bees were saying was Nikola Jović. Bzzz. That's what everybody was gathered around, dude.
Yeah, a lot of praise from different players.
I'm telling you, dude.
Why?
What?
Why all of a sudden the locker room got bees a buzzing?
I don't know. I think it's because they know that he won over Spo. I think that's why.
Okay.
Maybe they're trying to help him win over Spo.
Wait, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
You're saying that Yovi's not going to be sent back down to Sioux Falls or up to Sioux Falls?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It felt like a moment.
Every time you feel this way, next thing you know, Sioux Falls, here I come.
Dude, but it was different. This isn't, because he didn't even shoot good last night. It wasn't about the offense. I mean, he did other things to help the offense because, he's getting assists, he's getting rebounds, but it was the in between. Spo started off his press conference talking about it. He didn't talk about Tyler Herro 28 points, Bam double. He's like, it was the in-between plays. And Jović was a big part of that, especially at the end of that third quarter.
Okay.
It was huge. I don't know. It felt like a moment. And the teammates were buzzing about Jovi yesterday. It really was something. It was something to see.
Style, when he's just able to kind of get out and play like that, and just what was his impact tonight?
No, I love Nico. I told Nico I'm starting a Nikola Jović fan club led by Tyler Herro. I just love the way he plays, and he's so skilled. And I really think he's really, really good. So I'm excited for him to get out there and, just continue to build on the minutes and the opportunity he's got.
Wow.
Yep. Wow. That's a guaranteed back in Sioux Falls within 2 weeks.
He's not going back to Sioux Falls.
Okay.
Why are you putting this vibe?
I'm not putting the vibe. This is how this works, man. With these young players that come in and ball out for a week, right? And then they sit on the bench when guys come back because they don't get in the rotation, and then they get sent back to Sioux Falls.
No,
wait, you asking me to ignore all the previous times we've been through this?
Yeah, but here's the difference. The difference is
okay,
he's a first-round pick, 20-year-old Serbian unicorn, 6'10". He's a moose. They don't make. They don't.
He
They
was
don't
that
just
last
make these out of
year.
nowhere. No, I know, but now he's seasoned. He's seasoned in the culture. You know, every once in a while,
seasoned 20-year-old.
yeah, he's a seasoned 20-year-old. You know, like you could just tell he's taken the scars of the early start of the season, and right now, in the middle of this year, boom, he's ready to go. He's ready to go.
So, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Could this have happened quicker if he was playing with these guys all year?
Maybe. I don't know. Hard to
Yeah.
say. You might be right.
This is what it's like having a conversation.
No, you might be right, but it is what it is. I don't want to dwell on the past.
So
I want to live
let
in
me
the
get
present.
let me get this straight, because this is where I struggle with this.
Okay.
When I say the guy's been playing professional basketball
Mm-hmm.
since he was 16,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody says that doesn't count. That's not NBA.
Not
Or
everybody.
whatever. And I say, okay, that's fine. Okay. He gets to the NBA. And you think his process is expedited by going back and playing with guys who aren't in the league? You understand what I'm saying?
Not really. No, I don't.
If you want Jović to progress
Mhm.
to being a consistent pro player, how is he going to get that not playing at the highest level of basketball? Like, what is he going to learn in Sioux Falls
Oh,
that's
I'm
going
with
to
you.
carry over?
He's
That's going to
graduated.
carry over to the NBA.
That's what I'm saying. He's graduated, dude.
But
You
that's
know?
that's why I get confused with these spurts
Mhm.
of these guys, because like we've been saying it for 2 years now, that why can't Jović help? Right?
Yeah, but I could understand that Spo. You need to trust the guy because he has a different type of.
But Spo ain't gonna gain trust from Jović and Sioux Falls.
I don't know. I mean, like
See, that's the point I'm
but-
trying to make.
But he's
is
not.
that
I get what you're saying. I understand what you mean, but like now we're not talking Sioux Falls. Like he's been playing for the Heat. He started basically the whole West Coast trip, and he started last night.
Oh, okay.
And now the question, and now Spo's seeing like, look. Sometimes as a basketball guru, you need to have the proof in the pudding. And last night, Spo opened up a snack pack, and he found it to be dynamic. Jović, bam,
Now we open up-
delicious.
to explain Jović, now we're starting to open up snack packs.
Yeah,
There's
what I'm
only
saying?
one text. There's only one text that I really paid attention to that I have questions about. Mama Jović was there.
Oh,
I saw Mama Jović.
Okay.
Did
And
she give you a glaring look of disappointment?
No.
Mm.
No, but to be fair, I only saw her walk with baby boy back to the locker room before she left. She dropped him off,
Oh, very
also
nice.
with the lunchbox.
So nice. So
nice to everybody, Nico. Be good in class.
School drop off.
Pay attention. Remember, if Spo says rotation, you need to pay attention, Nico. Stay down. Don't bite on pump fake. Oh, Mama, you told me this already. I get it. And watch your mouth with the media last night. You had a real potty mouth.
I did see that. You apologized immediately.
I didn't want him to apologize.
Yeah.
I didn't want him to apologize to me. Because like when I got him to curse last night by accident.
That's where you live.
What do you mean?
That's where you live.
That's not where I live, and that's not fair what you're saying right now. It's not where I live.
He started a fan club for you, he said just now.
He just bullshit. That's it. Oh, my bad. I shouldn't have cursed. That's all. My fault.
Damage is done.
Wait.
that's- Oh,
Wait. Marcos.
Yeah.
$5 of the chili pepper says Tobin smile back.
Of course.
Oh, yeah. I'll take that. I would take the over on that one.
My bad. I did not mean to curse.
J-Fix says, my mom still tells me to behave and be nice. Is that before or after? She takes the pictures of you with the McRib.
It's when she gives her the inappropriate Christmas shirt.
Remember?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Remember when cameras are on, Nico? Keep it clean. Kids are watching you. Ugh. Sorry, mama.
Uh,
Dude, he was so good last night. I'm so excited.
So, like, but again,
He did
you
flirt with
under-
the triple double last night.
you do understand where I'm coming from with this.
You feel like Spo's going to take away a good thing from you?
No, that does not. I'm just saying that we've seen guys get called up from Sioux Falls, and then when other guys come back, they end up sitting on the bench, and Spo goes, "I'm going to send you to Sioux Falls to get more work." But my whole thing is this: if he's going to be a consistent part of a rotation, what is he going to learn in Sioux Falls that gets him ready for that?
Well, here's the thing that I think is interesting about it, though, is they kind of need his spot in the starting rotation, like in the starting role. Like
for now,
you need a big starting next to Bam. You have Kevin Love is solidified. He's the center coming off the bench. That's
right.
Not Thomas Bryant anymore. When Jimmy comes back, Jaime is going to go back to the bench. Right. And so that spot's not really going to get there's nobody who's going to take that spot from him, because I don't think they're going to go Jaime, Jimmy, Bam. Like, I feel like this role is here for him in the taking, as long as Spo continues to trust him.
What was wrong with Kyle?
I'll explain that. We got to go to break, and I'll let you know what's up with Kyle.
How often do you
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. I was watching during the break, Leroy. They have a Draymond Green apparently said on his podcast that he had to be talked out of retirement from Adam Silver because of the latest incident. And I got to tell you,
that's
not buying it, dude. Not buying it, dude.
I don't think so.
Oh, I'm gonna give up $100 million guaranteed because I can't control myself or my emotions. Okay, all right, dude. Sorry, no sale, Draymond. They really are trying to I don't know. It's like we're gonna come back. He's gonna do it again. It's gonna happen. He's gonna do something.
Want me to tell you why? Because players like Draymond, when you think about his athletic ability, right? He's not as fleet of foot as a lot of the guys that he's guarding. And so the way that he has to play against them is as an irritant and physical, right? He has to get up in their kitchen. He has to get in their space, their personal space. Otherwise, they'll blow right by him. His style of play, based on his ability, is what gets him into these situations in the first place. So while everybody thinks this is, Draymond's got to do better, Draymond got to be Draymond. He can only play basketball a certain kind of way. Otherwise, he's not going to be effective.
Here's the thing, though. He's not like that when he plays just defense. He's a great defender. He's always been a great defender. He does this for no reason.
He's also a very aggressive defender. You see what I'm saying?
But his incidents, Leroy, never have to do with the game. Like he choked Rudy Gobert. He just ran after him to go choke him.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Doesn't everyone want to choke Rudy?
I understand. No, look, people have criticized the targets. I get that. That's fine. But I don't. I just think that this whole thing, Adam had to talk me back into the league because I was going to retire. Shut up. Come on, dude. $100 million guaranteed left on your deal. You're not going anywhere. Who the hell are you kidding? I don't care how many podcast subscriptions you got. It ain't $100 million.
That's true.
Get out of here.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ridiculous.
It's probably the $100 million.
What are you talking? Adam had to sit me down. No. First of all, do you think that if Adam Silver actually did think he could get Draymond being a pain in the ass out of the league, he'd be like, oh, no, don't go anywhere, Draymond.
Come on, it'd be better for him if he was out of the league.
Adam Silver probably be like, oh, thank God. It's like half my suspensions I got to deal with during the year.
Done with this guy.
Anyway, you asked about Kyle Lowry, Leroy.
Oh.
Kyle Lowry yesterday, he hurt his finger. He was blocking. Was it Van Vliet? I think he was going for.
Yeah.
Blocks Van Vliet. His hand immediately hurts. And he
just walked off the court.
Yeah, well, they threw him the ball, of course, because the ball ends up in the injured man's hand, just like Tyler Herro when Tyler Herro broke his hand. And he ends up throwing an assist to Bam, and then just right down the tunnel. Play didn't stop. The Heat were 4-on-5 against the Rockets. And yeah, he did come back after a quick in and out.
Which meant he probably dislocated his finger.
Maybe, yeah. But he didn't play again. He was done for the night. He ended up not playing again. So they said that there should be an update. The Heat practiced today around noon, and then they should get an update, I would think, around maybe before the end of the show today. Maybe.
Nice.
We'll find out. But he could miss some time. I mean, they're not gonna, obviously with Kyle, I don't think they're gonna rush him back. That was look painful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, one of them
crooked fingers hurt like hell.
Yep. You should that should just be a t-shirt.
Crooked fingers hurt like
crooked
hell.
Fingers hurt like hell. Never dislocated a finger.
Dude,
shoulder. But
shoulder.
Finger. Ooh.
I've dislocated this one, this one, this one,
gross,
and this one.
Yeah.
Remember when you wanted to get two thumbs fused at once?
Dude,
crazy. So much so he doesn't even want to do the other one now.
No.
Not worth it.
Isn't dude?
Just had to fix your golf swing. I get it.
Yeah.
Tolerable.
Yeah. You know, you know what? I can swing a golf club. I don't even need this thumb. I just need this one. Yeah, they still send me those messages. I say, no.
Schmeathan Schmolik says Tobin doesn't dislocate fingers. He just locates chicken fingers. I was at like a bougie little boutique for lunch the other day with my wife, and they were like, it was like buttermilk something chicken. I was like, oh, that sounds delightful. What is that? Like, just fancy ass chicken tenders. I was like, great. What are you talking about?
Wait, you
like that?
You know, there's a number of different ways you can fry chicken.
Oh man,
but buttermilk is just they dip it in the buttermilk batter and fry it. That's it.
Delicious. It was
good.
Amazing. It was so magnificent.
They made it sound like it's some unique method to.
That's what I thought.
No.
Oh, I was like, oh, all right, that sounds good.
Just, here, like so. Normally, when you think about this. Normally, when you fry chicken, right, you wet it, then you dip it in the batter, and then you may go dip it in the egg wash, right? With buttermilk, it's almost like the buttermilk, like you making a pancake, you dip the chicken in there.
Wow. My chicken dipped in a pancake? I like
No,
it.
it's not. It's buttermilk, but it's not the same.
That's a good idea, Leroy.
No.
That's a good idea.
Come on,
you got
dude.
the chicken and waffles, chicken and pancakes.
Wow.
Oh my God.
This is delicious.
But if you like
You
roll
guys,
up,
you could tell you guys aren't cooks. You're just eaters.
if you could roll up the chicken tender in a pancake,
Whoa.
so it's like a
They
pancake
do that.
burrito.
When they do chicken and waffles, some fraudulent places put chicken tenders on top.
Yeah, that's crazy though.
Yeah, but it's not rolled up. Like I don't think like when I've had chicken and waffles, it's usually like all on the same plate.
It's also called chicken and waffles, not chicken and pancakes.
Yeah, but like what if we
Chicken in a blanket?
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
wow.
Too filthy.
Whoa.
Two things that we found out today are dynamic together. Bam Adebayo and Nikola Jović in the starting lineup. Chicken and pancakes.
Chicken and pancakes, dude.
No.
I like this.
You make it like a little fort. Like what if you cut like a center into the
Dude,
pancake,
can
right?
I-
and then
can
you
I
make
just-
the little chicken
Hold
tender
on, hold
fort.
on, hold on. Let me stop you right there.
Like a syrup mode.
Hey, wait. Time out. Marcos.
Yeah.
Let me stop this clown right now.
All right.
I've eaten several meals with this dude.
Mm.
He ain't waiting for no fort to be built.
No.
planning.
Dude, there's no way you're gonna sit there and stare at them chicken and that pancake and say, I want to make a moat. Really?
How
You
about
get
this
like
shit?
halfway and I look over, you be like that the owl with the Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pop. 1, 2. That's you making a moat with chicken fingers.
Maybe this year's Super Bowl party we have chicken and pancakes.
Wow.
No.
Damn, this is getting better and better.
No way. What are you talking about, dude?
Yes.
We'd be asleep by the first quarter. Oh, God.
Dude.
Really?
Rob, you know how heavy pancakes are.
Oh man.
Goodness, we'd just be cuddling.
And the Dolphins win the Super Bowl.
Get
Yeah.
Fonz on it, please, quick.
Tell you what though, if like it ends up with Buffalo in the Super Bowl, I may want to just sleep through it.
Oh yeah.
No thanks.
I'm not even gonna watch it.
Could you imagine? Is it? Oh my God! Is Tony Romo? Is the Super Bowl on CBS?
Oh no, I hope not.
Because if it is, could you imagine Tony Romo, Josh Allen in the Super Bowl? Oh my God!
The 27 interviews leading up to it.
Whoa, Jim!
Last year was on Fox.
I feel like it's on NBC this year. Oh, if Jim Nance is on the Super Bowl, then it is Tony Romo.
Oh no!
Oh my God!
Yeah.
It's on
Broadcast
CBS?
team of Nance Romo. And
Oh, my
Tracy
God.
Wolfson.
It's the only reason we can't have the Bills go to the Super Bowl is Tony Romo
It's like a home
calling.
game.
That's the only reason.
Well, I mean, you know,
That's the only
the
reason.
Dolphins have no bodies.
Is there a Manning cast? Can we watch a Manning cast for the Super Bowl? Is that possible?
I don't know. Well, only if it's on ESPN, I think.
Let's watch it in Spanish.
Yeah, they do have like every language. We could watch the Russian broadcast.
Oh yes, just babushkas on there. Wow.
Joe Shellen, drop pick. Oh, throw to other team again. This guy colorblind.
Wait, you know they're gonna be speaking Russian, right? You jackass. They're not going to be speaking in English with a Russian accent. He says, let's go to the Russian broadcasters.
Join Dolphin
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tagovailoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys. Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
Hour two of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Harvey A. Ritchie says, other version of our Tua until he proves himself. No, look, we had one day. What is we have a 24-hour rule, okay? We sold. We got our feelings out. It's time to move on to the playoffs. That's it, okay? And I got to be honest with you. I don't know. I felt rejuvenated. Maybe it was Nikola Jović and watching him yesterday, but I'm driving home from the Kaseya Center. I'm thinking to myself, these Chiefs ain't that great.
Oh, yeah.
That great.
Here we go.
They're not that great.
He's back. He's back, baby.
The most famous player on the team, is only famous because of who he's dating. He ain't even good anymore.
Can I ask you a question?
So true.
My team just won a national championship.
Yeah.
And I have never been out there like you are right now.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Just the way, we just beat, dude. I mean, like, if you want to be cocky like that, go ahead.
Nah, because sports is sports, man.
to be
sports
honest with you,
sports, there's no guarantees.
Well,
right?
Let's be real about it, though.
Okay.
The Dolphins are in a good place now. You want to know why?
Because nobody's healthy?
Well, that's bad. Yes, that is bad. Health would be ideal, but you want to know what you lose with health? Expectations.
Look at that.
Which, of course, releases the burden of people believing in you.
Now,
ergo, it doesn't, here's the thing with burden and expectations. It doesn't go nowhere. It's a remora fish. It needs somebody. And so all of the Dolphins' burden and expectations has left the Dolphins and instead is now, you guessed it, on the Chiefs. And so what I would say to the Kansas City Chiefs getting ready for this week, you and your Swifties, is don't lose, okay? Don't go out there this week and lose to the broken and brittle Dolphins and lose to Tua out in your freezing-ass Arrowhead where, Tua can't play in the cold. Tua can't perform in the cold. They got no line. Hey, Chiefs, all eyes on you. Arguably more eyes than there's ever been because you not only have the football world, you have the pop world looking at you too, okay? And I'm telling you right now, Leroy, you lose to the Miami Dolphins, it's going to be a cruel summer, dude. It's going to be a cruel summer for the Chiefs. I'm telling you right now.
Now we're downtown Julie Brown up in here.
I'm telling you, dude, it is going to be a cruel summer, dude. So, look, I'm getting my mind right. I had my sulk day. I'm over it now, dude. I'm back.
All right.
I love how all it took was a 6-point performance from Nikola Jović.
Well, don't ignore the rest of his stats.
8 rebounds.
He was a box score poo-poo platter last night. It was all over the place. He had it all. Flirted with
I bet you throughout all radio in every city that has radio, all of the stations that are owned by Odyssey, nobody has referred to a stat line as a stat line poo-poo platter. which doesn't help the fact that we think you pretty much eat anything. Right? Because if you're thinking about a poo-poo platter at 11 in the morning.
This is on top of the chicken and pancakes. Into some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Congratulations to your Wolverines, Leroy. For those tuning in just now, this hour, they are the champions of
It
college
was
football world.
like, yeah, like there's teams that, and I love the way. So when I say this now, does it mean more that Michigan has won the championship? Because you know what people were saying before when I said this. Florida State deserved to be in the playoff. Okay? And I'm saying that because everybody said I was trying to avoid Alabama. They won a national championship anyway. Okay? So I'm still going to say that, right? It had nothing to do with an easier path. It had nothing to do with Florida State was an undefeated team in a major conference, right? And they deserve to be there. I believe that. Now, that being said, both semifinal games were unbelievable, right? And
unbelievable.
Both. It's the first time where you've had two competitive games, right? That was the first time that's happened to where usually one of them's a blowout. That being said, I still believe Florida State should have been there. I do. Now, like, again, I can't, because of the two games, and this is after the fact, I can't say they were wrong, right?
They were morally wrong.
But the tone, and I always wonder about this. You got a bunch of conference presidents, athletic directors, or whatever sitting in that room. All of those people voted to expand the playoff last year.
Right.
Except for the ACC.
Wow.
And I wonder how much that played into it.
Interesting.
What? Think about it. Right?
Why would it matter?
Why would it matter? Because you go, oh, you didn't want to expand it, so we're going to put you at 5.
So just teach them a lesson? Rub their nose in it?
I don't know. I don't know. And like, it'll never happen again because they're expanding it.
Yeah.
Right? But if anything, you put a one-loss team, I don't care what conference they're from, over a Power 5 undefeated champion.
The Miami Dolphins are dealing with a lot of injuries. We'll hear from Mike McDaniel coming on up here in just a minute. But also want to mention that the Florida Panthers are back on the ice tonight, and they have won 7 in a row, the Cats. So
hold up, time out. I said downtown Julie Brown, and Dave South said Tobin's downtown Julie Brownie.
Point for Twitcher.
Chicken brownies.
Oh, it's Smeetha Smoldick. Congratulations, Leroy, on your second national championship in the last 74 years. A true powerhouse program.
Pinky toe.
Oof.
That's terrible. That's okay. Look, you know what? All of your ridicule and your jokey jokes, a lot easier to handle because I can say something you can't. My school's national champion. Damn it. Right?
Yeah, good for you.
And for Canes fans that only want to include their program stats since 1980, I suggest you go look at the 40 plus years before that.
Well,
Just saying.
Maybe we should have hired Connor Stallions. Where was he? Did he get to celebrate last night?
I don't know, but is was it Shamar Moore, the guy who cried?
Oh my God!
You think he'll be the next head coach?
Oh, he better.
You almost have to be, right?
He cares about that much. I don't know. You know, who was the guy? Who was it? Vermeil who always hit the.
Vermeil cried like a baby all the time.
It's like, coach, you just
remember he cried. Remember he cried when Green got hurt and Kurt Warner had to play.
Yep, crazy. We'll take a quick break. So yeah, Panthers are back in action tonight. Let me just mention that Panthers at 8:00, so you guys can hear that right here at 560 WQAM.
They at home, or they're still on the damn road.
Still on the road. Last one of the road trip. But they can sweep it with this win. And by the way, John Morant done for the season.
I
yesterday.
know.
What?
Just got back.
What
Torn
happened?
labrum.
Oh,
Torn labrum. You know what the labrum is?
no, I don't.
So here's what it is. Just think of if I took a piece of saran wrap and put it around all of your muscles of the rotator cuff, right? So it's like a sheath over those muscles. That's what he tore.
Rough.
Damn, it sucks.
Yep. No bueno.
In practice.
Oh, I was gonna ask, was it like a gruesome
Hunger Games. Yo, dude, speaking
Hunger
of, you know who I
Games,
saw
yeah.
yesterday at the game? He didn't play.
Hmm.
Dylan Brooks.
Oh, he didn't play.
Dylan Brooks went
That's
full white button down, no sleeves.
What?
What?
He goes.
You didn't take a
full-
picture of this?
No, I didn't. I should have.
Oh, okay.
I should have.
So
I was too distracted by Boban.
Tall.
man.
Oh, hands giant. Did you see him and Bam chumming it up afterwards?
You
Is
have
he-
to
is
bend,
he
you have to bend over like this to talk to Bam?
Pretty much. Somebody just tweeted out. I forget who it was. Maybe it was. I think maybe it was Simon Sperling or somebody like that. But he goes. Bam is 6'9". He looks like a child.
Right. You think he went to Boban and went, a piece?
Take a quick break. Back after this. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy taking you up until 2 here on the show. Forgot to mention this last hour, so I apologize, but we have the heat event of the season coming on up. It is your chance to go see Udonis Haslem get his jersey being retired next Friday at the Kaseya Center. If you guys want to win tickets to this, text the word jersey to 20357. That's jersey. Text that to 20357, and you could win and be there when UD gets his jersey raised to the rafters. For more details, go to WQAM.com. You think Udonis Haslem cries on jersey retirement night, Leroy?
No.
Really?
Too tough.
He's too tough?
Yeah.
What if there's like a montage? Like sometimes the Heat will surprise you, like with a montage from your kids.
Yeah.
They'll sneak attack you.
Nope. Don't matter.
Nothing will get UD. Nothing.
It's not a matter of nothing. Right?
No, nothing on that night. I mean,
he's not out of the organization. He's not out of basketball.
Still a
He's
big
around.
deal. It's a celebration.
It's a huge deal.
It's the biggest. I mean, it's going to be the most. He's not. It's not like UD's going to the Hall of Fame. This is his Hall of Fame ceremony.
You know what I tell people? I was there. I get it. Right? Like it's not. And it's not.
He actually did say that to me this summer. Because I asked him about it, and he was like, just get it up as soon as possible. I want us to win a championship.
Right. Like there's like when you spend your whole life doing something and trying to be good at it and trying to accomplish things, when it's over, you're not sad. Like what Udonis Haslem has done exceeds anything that anybody probably thought that man would accomplish.
It's like the old saying.
That's a sign of pride. It's not a sign of, overwhelming happiness.
It's like the old saying, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened.
Wow.
Yes.
That's deep.
Holy smokes, dude.
What do you mean?
That's really
That's
deep,
what
dude.
they say.
Hey, man. That's deep, dude.
That's not my saying. I didn't invent that.
I feel like every now and then you throw some Mr. Miyagi crap at us. Because we know it ain't your words.
Words mean words. Hard Knocks is back tonight. You into that, Marcos? Gotta watch it. I gotta watch it.
I gotta watch it. I gotta see how they react. I want to
definitely have to see how they react. Mike McDaniel yesterday, he gave us a little bit of his reaction. First of all, he dropped a bomb on us that Jerome Baker done for the playoffs. Here was McCoachin.
It would have been a consideration, but Jerome will be out as well. Injured his wrist, had to have surgery, and so both those guys will be out.
He's had the surgery already.
Yeah.
Something that no matter how deep you guys go, he's done.
It appears to be as such.
Jeez,
damn it!
Well,
can I just say this?
I love Jerome Baker now.
Can I tell you what pisses me off about that conversation?
Yeah.
There is nobody in that presser that feels worse than Mike McDaniel and what he's going to have to do this week, right? To ask him a different variance of the same question, right? To say, when he goes, Jerome Baker's done. So,
done?
Yeah. So if you make it all the way to the Super Bowl, he's like, dude, like, come on. I feel bad enough.
Mike, when you say done, you mean Dunsky, Dunnarooney, like
finished?
How? So
right.
even if you guys make it to the Super Duper Bowl, done so. No,
it's like you tell your boy, man, me and my girl broke up, right? You don't want to hear like, oh man, so what happened? Like how you feel about it? Like you don't want to relive it.
Damn, you must be sad right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, cause listen, I'm gonna say this about most of my friends because they deal with me and I deal with them. None of us have really gone through sensitivity training. So that does not
no, you have not.
So that's not a moment for comfort, right? Your friends be like, What did you do?
Man.
What happened? Did you know, like, you don't want to relive it, right? So yeah, that's crazy.
Oh man. Here's Mike McDaniel. He was said
And notice when he's really upset and hurt, how short his answers are.
no jokey jokes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like yesterday I go to edit the press conference, cut it up. I'm like, wow, only 16 minutes. What the hell happened?
Yeah, real convenient. All of a sudden, all the jokes are out of the window.
What do you mean? Why are you so? What do you mean?
Not so funny anymore, Mike McDaniel. I know you have serious clips to play in regards to this.
You're mad at him?
There was one specific clip where I'm like, oh, now we're not doing this? Now there's no time for jokey jokes, huh? You know how it's supposed to be 1 degree in Kansas City?
Yeah, it's going to be really cold.
And remember those shirts? I wish it were colder. I was like, oh, this was a perfect
I do
time.
remember those shirts.
Perfect
I do.
time to
He
wear
had
those.
there were 2 versions of it. There was I wish it was hotter. And then when they played in Buffalo for the snow game last year, it was I wish it was colder.
Yeah, I was waiting for those to be
So they're not
busted out.
well, so they're not going to bring that out?
Can I just tell you?
Yeah.
When it's 1 degree with a wind chill of whatever,
yeah,
you don't need to wear a damn shirt. It's plenty cold enough.
So you're saying that he shouldn't be staying consistent with the thing that he established earlier, Leroy? He's completely abandoning it. This is what he said.
Because it's
That
1
was
degrees.
really those shirts are more about it carries on an ultimate premise of like adversity is an opportunity. So I think in the process of teaching the team how I really view things, I think that might have been more appropriate. I think they know what time it is now, and you're talking about playoff football. More often than not, if we're playing any playoff game that's not home, it probably will be cold. It will be the same temperature for both teams, and we can't. For us and for the individuals in the locker room, I know they're not going to use that as an excuse. The bottom line is we'll play a game in the same environment as the other team. So you have to. It doesn't matter if you're played the last couple games in warm weather. That you have to adjust if you want a chance to win. So I have no doubt that the guys will leave that on their doorstep of cause of concerns. There's plenty of reasons to be motivated, and this team is highly.
Yeah.
Can I make a small point here?
Sure.
So I'm from New Orleans.
What?
I went up to Michigan, right? Would you believe the coldest game I ever played in Michigan was about 40 degrees?
Wow, in 4
ever
years?
in
Really?
4 years. And you want to know why? Because our season ended Thanksgiving week.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
So when I got to Cleveland and everybody goes, "You're used to the weather."
California.
You're used to the weather. I'm like, no, I'm not. This is a different level cold.
What's the coldest game you played in?
I would say like 3 or 4 with a wind chill -15.
Jesus.
Where was
Dude,
this?
It was either in Cleveland or Pittsburgh. I played a pretty cold one in Green Bay, right? But can I just tell you, Green Bay sucks because they have coils underneath the field. So the field never freezes, but it gets a little muddy, and then the mud freezes on you.
Oh, actually, though, there is good news. There's a new high for Sunday.
Oh,
12?
what's that?
2.
2. Look at that. A scorcher.
Can I just tell you, once it gets below like 20, right? It's all the same. Because your toes get a little, you can't feel your toes.
Right.
You can't feel your hands, and your reaction time is real slow. So somebody might throw you a ball and the ball will be coming, but you can't get your hands up in time because it's so cold. Oh, it's the worst.
There's something that just is called, like I just put Kansas City weather, and the first thing that Google says is, winter storm warning.
What is that even
I'm
mean?
just like, Jesus.
That doesn't mean snow, does it?
It means everything
says heavy
associated with
Heavy
winter
snow.
storm. Here,
I don't know what that
storm.
means.
Wait, let me tell you something, Marcos.
Yeah.
Storm
Mhm.
does not mean sunny.
Correct.
Marcos, here's what they got coming in here today. This is not Sunday when it's going to be freezing. It's
Saturday.
like right now, heavy snow,
Ugh.
winds gusting as high as 45 miles per hour.
What?
That's Rudolph weather.
That's
dude.
a hurricane.
So
Is that
no,
a hurricane?
that's basically here.
Tropical storm.
Wind chill make that 40 miles an hour make 2 degrees seem like -20.
Is that not a tropical storm though? If we substitute that snow for rain, 45
No,
miles
well,
per
it's going to
hour.
be like frozen once they get there because this is today where it's not as cold, but as
Yeah.
Leroy said, it's windy as hell because there's going to be and there's going to be snow blowing all over the place this week in Kansas City.
Oh no. Saturday at 8 p.m. too.
My favorite in Minnesota was when there was so much snow on the ground and it was a little windy and it was sunny, but because of the snow blowing, it looked like it was still snowing.
Hmm.
Man.
Good time. Good time. Hey, here's one of the few times in life you have to lie to yourself. Right?
Yeah.
Like you have to fire yourself up. First of all,
Which is
First
why
of
they should
all,
have the shirts.
there's going to be a lot of shiny faces, right? You got
Why,
to see the little heat packs. No, because
Vaseline?
you put Vaseline to cover your pores.
Yeah, like yesterday, Wilkins is going. He's like, no sleeves. I was like,
Oh.
all right.
Oh, I
good
never
for you.
wore sleeves. I never wore sleeves.
Is that a grip thing or a tough looking thing? Like, what is that?
That's
though?
tough.
Little bit of both. Like I didn't need any additional reasons to fumble the ball. I had my own. Right? So you have a shirt. You have a shirt. The balls that when it's cold, the ball's really dry and slippery. And the last thing you want is that ball slipping on that shirt. But if you lube up real nice, it creates moisture, and that ball you can get some security.
Wouldn't it be great if like there's video of Tua at like the Panthers ice den this week?
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
he's
I just went there.
He's
My
skating.
wife had, Rebecca had to get some what do you call it? The thing that you put your ice skates in.
Like a caddy kind of thing.
Like no, yeah, look, they call it something. It starts with an S.
Oh, I don't know.
And then she had to get some shoes so she could walk around.
Ice skating is fun. I enjoy it.
By the way, just for the little covers
Hmm?
in the shoes and the things you put over the blades to walk around, $100.
Sheesh.
Damn.
By the way,
you really enjoying this? That's
Me?
what I ask her. You really like ice skating this much?
I do think what Marcos makes a point though. Like I think if you're Mike McDaniel and your whole thing is your authentic self, I'm fine with him. If he wants to wear a jokey joke shirt this week,
Yeah.
to loosen the team up because like
He should.
you should be you. Be who you are.
Hey,
Right.
you can loosen the team up with 30. You can't loosen the team up with 0. I'm like, stop. I don't think you guys understand how cold that is. Put
It's
it this
so
way.
cold.
I don't understand how cold
Marcos,
Yeah. No,
go
I've
take
never-
your hands
Yeah.
and put them in the freezer for 5 minutes. Just sit them in the freezer.
And that's
right?
probably still not.
And that's 30 degrees too warm.
The last time I was cold was Gatlinburg, and it was like 30. I'm like, this sucks.
It was a little chilly in
My
here the
son,
other
my
day.
son was done. It was the first time he'd ever been to the cold. He's like, what the hell is this?
Here's the thing. It's warmer when it snows.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is it's the warm, quote unquote, warm weather is today and tomorrow when there's going to be a blizzard and then it gets colder.
Right.
Wow.
So that means the snow's not going to go away.
Nope.
You know what? You can sit here and we can talk about all the unfavorable conditions. Like Mike McDaniel said, they got the same conditions. Everybody's not from Miami. You've played in the cold before if you're an NFL football player. So it shouldn't be any shock to prepare for it. So just go do it. Everybody's going to be cold. Everybody's reaction time is going to be the same. One team's reaction time ain't going to be no quicker than the others.
You should be going to this thing loose as a
And
goose.
Eli Apple will get beat on a double move.
Of course.
It's just going to look slow.
Any weather.
It's going to be like this. No.
It'll warm everybody up when Eli Apple gets toasted.
Oh, look at that.
Time to get to our favorite Tuesday game, everybody. The damage is done, my friend. Is next.
Damage.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Let's get to our favorite Tuesday game. The damage is done, my friend.
The damage is done, my friend.
Go around the room, see where the damage has been done. I'll go first. So last night, fun night. Everybody's in a loose mood. Heat victory over the Houston Rockets. Well, Tyler Herro, we know in this show, words are hard. We get the English language kicks our ass all the time. And yesterday, we have some breaking Dolphins news too. We'll get to in just a second.
Whoa.
But first, Tyler Herro was asked. He was asked after the game, about the performance of everybody kind of coming together. And this is what Tyler had to say when asked about that performance.
About how there were little contributions for certain players that really affected the game towards the end with no Jimmy, and then in the second half without Kyle. Can you talk about those little contributions? What was the galvanizing factor that really helped you guys close it out tonight?
What word was that you used? What was that?
Galvanizing.
That's a big word for me, dog. I mean, like I said, we had a bunch of guys step up, and you need that in these kind of moments, in these kind of games. You never really can predict how a game's gonna go going into it, and like you said, Spo said, a bunch of guys stepped up and were able to impact the game in many different ways. Y'all have a galvanizing night.
Man, it's a big word for me too.
Hey,
this is a big word for me too.
He needed file assault and battery charges on that word. It assaulted me. Who? Galvanizing. I don't know. Start with a G.
You can see the eyes light up. He goes, "Oh no, galvanized." Oh man, that was.
As
great.
big words go, that wasn't that big though.
Well, listen. Tyler Herro majored in buckets at Kentucky.
For the 12 seconds he was there?
I'd say not for long either.
He doesn't need words. He needs to know how to count. And that's all he's got a whole lot of money coming to his bank account. It'd be all right. He can get Duolingo or whatever the hell it is, Rosetta Stone these days. What do you got, Leroy?
So I was watching the game last night, and everybody was picking Michigan, and I was nervous. And my buddy Mike comes over, and let's be clear, he's an Ohio State fan, right?
Nah, a fuddy-duddy.
But his son likes Michigan. So we're sitting next to each other, and Mike is, the negative Nancy in the group. Oh, no, we're back in it. So I'm like, yo, dude, you're going to be watching the game outside, in the outside TV. You need to calm down. He goes, well, I'm just stating the obvious. And then Michigan goes, boom, 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 score, up by 20. Then he goes, I was just throwing it out there as a possibility. I'm like, no, I deal with that every day. I'm not dealing with it at my house. I said, the damage is done, dude. You already put negative vibes in the air, and then you want to try to take them back and congratulate and be all congratulatory towards your boy. No, you had bad thoughts in my head. I don't need friends for that.
Yeah, bad mojo, dude.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here. Frog Boy?
My damage is done. It's going to break our heart, guys.
Mm-hmm.
My damage is done goes to Tua.
Why?
My damage is done goes to Tua because he has put me in a position. He has put me and every Doll fan in a position of fear now. And I'm going to tell you why. Can this guy get it done? Can he not get it done? We'll find out this weekend. But the only way to remove the stink that Tua has bestowed upon this franchise is not only to win in Kansas City.
Right.
I need him to march into potentially Baltimore.
What? He's got to win 2?
And win in Baltimore.
That's a bit much.
In order to reverse the damage that he has done to this franchise.
If he goes out there and
J-Fig gave you the look.
If he goes out there and he wins the first playoff game in 23 years, that's an air freshener, Marcos. That's an air freshener.
I just say this?
Yeah, it's an air freshener.
Marcos.
Yeah.
You sure you don't have one of these that has something other than tobacco in it?
Some wacky tobacco?
Yeah, because you this is Looney Tunes, dude. You're making demands on something that ain't happening. When was the last time the Dolphins won 2 playoff games?
I mean, hey, that's none of my business.
40 years?
Wow.
40 years?
40 probably.
Wow.
Yeah. Maybe
40
longer.
years. And you just want to throw it out there like it's got to happen to make you feel better. Hell, it make everybody feel better.
No, Marcos, look, I did say before the season, my expectation was the AFC Championship.
Absolutely. And we had a very easy route lined up.
Look, you're looking and like I'm still gonna figure out how I feel about this whole season after what happens on Saturday.
Yeah.
But if he gets the first playoff win in 23 years, it does erase some stink. I don't know if you necessarily want to call the whole season. Hold on, no. Let me just say this. I don't know if you necessarily will call the season a success.
Yeah.
But it will erase some stink. It is an air freshener.
Can I just
if he goes out on three straight losses, that's tough.
Come on.
That's
Can
tough.
I just say this, you fraud?
That's tough.
Yeah.
What?
I said those same exact words before the season started, and you weren't having it.
I'm not having it. I just
now
no,
you're saying the same things I said to
you're not a listener.
To Marcos.
You're not a listener. What I'm telling him is it's unreasonable.
Say so worthy of listening.
No, you're laughing out. You're chewing on that cigar. You're not smoking it for some reason. If he's expecting the only way he can forgive Tua, there's a difference between a season being success and forgiving our adorable quarterback.
Yep.
And I'm not going to let you go into the season mad at Tua for getting a playoff win.
I will be mad. I just won't trust him. He's violated my trust. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed, baby.
But like if he wins a higher stakes game than he just lost, then how are you not going to trust him?
Like you said, it's air freshener over like it's like you just got done pooping and you're spraying.
Yeah.
You know, the next person come in, they still got to wait a little
Okay,
bit.
but if the next person into your stall is an elephant,
yeah,
like and let's just picture Lamar Jackson as
now we
an
taking
elephant.
poops and stalls next
This
to
is
elephants.
getting a little
This
too.
conversation is ridiculous.
There's just some stink that can't be covered up. Like we're not going to sit here and just say you just lost to Baltimore on the road, and you have to go beat Baltimore again.
But that's
Can
not
I just say this? Can I just say this? God forbid if I got to the point where I had to make a boo-boo in public. But if I walked into the bathroom and I saw an elephant foot, you best believe Leroy's getting the hell out of there. I'll poop in my pants.
No, you'll forget that you even have to poop.
Right.
Hey, J-Fig.
Hello, J-Fig. Sneaking
Hey,
in.
I came into the perfect segment.
You guys are like your
It's not my
expectations
fault,
are
though.
not even like
I didn't
realistic.
design it this
2
way.
playoff
He had
wins.
an easy path. He had an easy path. He
with
chose
with the injuries. Wait, you know they've been pretty banged up, right?
Injury schminjuries.
Oh,
if you end the season with a playoff win, it's nice. Will I deem the season a success? No.
Yeah. Exactly.
No.
Look at that. See, that seems like damage.
But there's a
damage is
no.
done.
There's a
But
difference
if they
between-
win a playoff game, will you deem it as a success?
No.
Why?
Damage is done, my friend.
Just one playoff. So you're
No, but
saying
wait, here, no, let me explain something to you.
Yeah.
Here, all these demands and expectations have different levels.
Mhm.
Okay. We're gonna sit here right now with half of their defense out
Mhm.
and say it'll be a disappointment if they only win one playoff game.
Yeah,
You're
sorry,
not being
Justin Timberlake.
realistic. You're not being realistic. If they're able to put something together to get a win in Kansas City
Mhm.
and then be competitive the following week with as depleted as their offense and defense is,
Can you do me a favor?
You got to put it in its proper perspective.
No, you need to put it in your proper perspective, okay, Peter Pan? Do me a
Okay, if
favor.
they don't win the Super Bowl, it's a failure.
No.
This is where we are.
This is why you're not a grown up. This is why you're not a grown up.
I'm not a grown up. You just talk about elephants taking a poop in a bathroom. I'm not an adult.
You're lashing out because you're very high on happiness because Michigan won. You're not listening.
And you brought a poo-poo platter to my celebration.
You cannot say the Dolphins get credit for guts because they put themselves in a worse position in the playoffs.
No, the injuries I'm saying.
No.
They didn't want to be hurt.
Dude, they had a 3-game division lead before all the injuries and everything became catastrophic. They had a 3-game division lead. They coughed up a 2-touchdown lead on Monday Night Football to the Tennessee Titans that would have locked up the 2 seed, and they wouldn't be playing in 1-degree weather.
Yeah.
So you put it all in proper perspective.
Yeah.
You put it all in proper perspective.
Yeah.
Wait.
Your successes also have to be paired with your failures.
Here's what proper perspective is. Okay? Proper perspective is this. There ain't nothing they can do about what they screwed up on a month ago. Okay? So what is success now?
Okay. That's
all I'm saying.
So you're moving the bars.
I'm not moving the bar.
You are.
Before they even play a playoff game, you've already deemed it a failure.
No.
You have.
No. What I've said was I'll forgive Tua if he wins in Kansas City. Right now, I'm a little down on him too. I love him. That's my guy.
But you do realize that how this defense performs will have more of an impact on this game than how Tua plays.
We'll see. I mean, the defense. No. The defense was banged up the last game too.
Performed.
And they performed.
Right. Correct.
Tua did not.
You're correct.
Tyreek did not.
You're correct.
Tyreek and Tua, they owe us something. They owe us something, dude. Tyreek talked all that bleep going into the season about he's been dying for this game in Arrowhead.
Yep.
I don't care if he's got Gumby legs right now. Get your ass out there and you throw up a peace sign to those Chiefs fans.
Yeah. And flip. I want to flip.
I want a backflip.
Do a backflip.
In the 1-degree snow.
Ooh, he might go halfway and go, oh no.
Just
like you run it. Wait, Tyreek doing a backflip in 1-degree temperature is like Tobin trying to get up that
Don't worry, I know what you're trying to say.
With the frog socks on.
No, I didn't have my frog socks on. If I did, I would have succeeded.
No, you wouldn't have. Look at the stress you put on your toes and ankles.
It's a very uncomfortable position.
Look at the stress you put on your face.
It was
Oh my goodness. He's like, oh no.
Look, it was a very panicked situation. J-Fig, what do you have for damages done today?
I'll make this quick and simple. Apparently yesterday when I mentioned my oh no, I get a message right after saying that story is a couple years old. But the weird thing is that I got that received to me yesterday from a link that I get emailed to me every day.
I was out the last hour, J-Fig. Can you refresh me on what your oh no was yesterday?
Of course. My oh no was a Florida man in a unicorn floaty got towed away 4 miles out by a 10-foot shark.
By a what shark?
10-foot
shark. A 10-foot shark.
Crazy. So that's an old story?
He said it was an old story, but I got it received to me yesterday.
You know what you tell him, the guy that sent you that picture? That's why I cropped your ass out.
You guys see the guy who jumped in nude at a Bass Pro Shop in Alabama?
Oh, that's a different guy.
Yes!
What happened now? What happened?
You see that guy in Alabama who jumped into the aquarium at Bass Pro Shop naked?
Oh, I think I saw something.
I thought it was here, but I think it was.
I was totally expecting it to be Florida. I was.
I thought it was here.
You know,
how
sometimes
did they get him out?
I think they apprehended him.
How do you like? Nobody wants to apprehend a naked man.
Oh, I mean, you don't have a choice.
You just reach over and go, sir, this is not a swimming pool.
I'm not coming out of this here aquarium until the tide is back on top. Until then, I'm a gar, and I'm going to live in Bass Pro Shop, and I'm going to swim with my fish until the tide rises again.
Said he also crashed his car outside.
Of course.
Bad day.
He did?
That sucks.
What is wrong with people? You know, can I just say this?
What makes you wake up and say,
can I just say this, Tobes?
Yep.
Black folks don't do stuff like that.
That's fair. That's fair.
I
I'm
cannot
not trying.
argue.
Listen, I'm not trying to pass judgment on the things that white folks do, but a black person is not gonna go into a Bass Pro Shop, take off all their clothes, and jump into the aquarium.
Paul, I'm about to jump here in this here aquarium, Paul. This is my sacrifice to the tide. And I will not come out of this here aquarium until we're back on top, Paul. I can't live in a world where the cheating Wolverines, the Stoverines, Paul, rule the college football world. So I'm going to live here in this fish tank, naked.
He's talking to Paul Feinbaum.
Not afraid
They're always talking to Paul. All the rednecks call Paul, right? According, no matter what, Tobin starts every redneck story with Paul, Paul. Like, so, and think about this. When you think of who would be leading the charge for Southern rednecks, Paul Feinbaum does not mark me as number one on the list.
No, he looks like he uses these hillbillies for his entertainment.
Yes.
You know, Carl, you can't just go into any fish tank and deem it your own. Paul, hey, we have a saying here in Alabama. There are no laws when it comes to the tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Oh, no, you got to finish it off with Roll Tide. They
Roll
all
Tide.
finish it off with Roll Tide.
Take a quick break. Get the little cat talk brought to us by Celsius coming up next.
Milk to save the rebound. Kachuk jamming away. They score! And the Panthers take a 3-1 lead. There was a scramble out in front, and it looked like Matthew Kachuk got the last piece of it, and the Panthers lead by a pair.
And you can hear a pin drop in this place now.
Stepping and slide, run down on up. I got time for the on damn block.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Let's get to some cat talk here, brought to us by our friends over at Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out. When it's game time, make Celsius a part of your play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of
your Florida Panthers.
Cats back on the ice tonight, taking on the St. Louis Blues. Cats have been rolling right now, winners of 7 in a row, trying to close out this road trip tonight.
This would be incredible, wouldn't it?
Man,
they win 8 games in a row on the road, and then that means you're going to have an advantage because you're still going to have all those games at home. Oh,
well, not all 8 have been at home. This has been a 4-game trip, so
4-game trip.
Well, they've been maybe point stands, like they've been killing it right now.
Longest streak in the NHL.
And they're beating good teams too.
Yeah,
it's not like they're taking out the bums. They're taking out good teams in the East. They're taking out good teams in the West. You gave the Lightning a little piece of your money.
Yeah.
A little piece of your mind. And Paul Maurice, I've always believed in this guy.
Oh my God, here we go.
Guy,
Another guy you trashed.
And this guy really
It's
just
like 3 times today.
he just knows how. And I just love his demeanor after games too. He's just like he's hockey, and I thought we played a good game, and
that's how he starts.
It's a lot of breathing in for him. I thought Reinhardt, really brought the energy tonight, and we won filthy, and I love winning filthy because hockey should be filthy.
2-1 filthy.
It just made me uncomfortable.
Why? That's how hockey is, JFig.
Like hockey filthy or like Leroy filthy?
What do you
I'm
mean?
pooping my pants.
Like you gotta get down. You gotta get down and nasty in hockey. That's how it is sometimes.
2-1 filthy.
Anyway, let's get to some headlines brought to you by New Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Dolphins have signed Justin Houston.
Whoa! Big signing 5 years ago. That would have been really.
I don't like.
Hey! First of all, wait.
Your vibes are off today. I don't like your mindset.
Marcos.
Yeah.
You think they have many options here?
What happened to Sue? Huh? We just let him walk out the building, huh?
He's an interior lineman.
Pass
You
rusher.
need an pass rusher.
Yeah, put Wilkins on the outside. Nah, Justin Houston, decent. Good.
Revenge game against the Chiefs.
Very true.
Classic revenge game.
Is this
Well,
where you
didn't he cost him a playoff win one time?
No, that was D. What the hell was his name? D something.
Oh, yeah.
D Ford. I think it was D.
Yeah,
Ford.
Ford.
Yeah, D Ford offsides. Woof.
Oh yeah,
that's tough.
That is tough.
That's not knowing where you're supposed to be. That's tough.
Oh, we call that the Robert Hunt. Jesus Christ!
How about Robert Hunt? Like immediately returns from football, legal downfield.
Like, come on, dude.
He was so eager. He goes, come on, Tua. First pass to me. First pass to me, Tua.
He's ready to score again.
Y'all know I got them hands right.
Justin Houston. He is signing with the Miami Dolphins. So there you go. They have might not be the last move they have to make either.
No, I think we need.
They got to do for sure. They got to pull a couple of defensive Flaccos out here. Who's got some run in them? Who's got some run in them? Ready for? I mean, they had JPP in the building, and then it kind of makes me feel like if they didn't go back to the JPP like they didn't like JPP that much, right?
That sucks.
That would be the impression I get, but I don't know.
Yeah, we're still gonna need one more though, because if one of those guys go down and I have Melvin Ingram covering a tight end again, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I really can't do with that.
I don't think you really have a choice.
I know,
because you just put this as if Tua doesn't win you 2 playoff games, he's dead to you.
Time to pay the piper, dude.
But you don't think that's a little asking too much?
It's
At this juncture with this team?
It's too much asking for Tua's love that he has to win 2 playoff games, but I can still say the season wasn't a success, even if they go and win this game in Kansas City.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
So they're in a no-win situation as far as you're.
No, they're in a they can win. They can win.
Mm-hmm.
Will I deem it a success?
But you can't go by the success that the expectations you had in the beginning of the season.
Sure, I can.
You got to look at what the team is right now.
Yeah, but they're part of the cause of why they're there.
Not the injuries.
Oh, don't act like it's all injuries, dude. Everybody's got injuries.
Okay.
Everybody's got injuries.
Name another team that lost damn near 2 Pro Bowl rush-ins. Go. I'll wait.
Okay.
I don't know their roster.
Or their number 2 receiver. Or half of their number 1 receiver. Or all the different adjustments they made on the offensive line, which, by the way, kudos. They've done a hell of a job doing that.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about the offense.
Let's not talk about defense. Now let's talk about defense.
Mm-hmm.
You went from Xavier Howard to Eli Apple, right?
That wasn't our problem, though.
I'm just saying.
Eli's been here all year, dude. He's basically
some point. All of this catches up to you.
Eli's been the starter on one side, then when Jalen Ramsey got back, then he was the starter on the other side. He's been around. And you want to know something? You can make all the jokey jokes you want about Eli Apple. He started on a Super Bowl team already.
Look at that.
He's got experience.
Didn't do well.
He's galvanized, dude.
But look at him. What?
Spell it.
He's got the experience needed for this team.
Again, he's not my biggest problem. I need old Drops McGee to catch a ball on the other side. That's what I need.
He has been Drops McGee.
You know what? I thought back on all the moments. Eagles dropped the touchdown.
Yep.
Chiefs, that little fumble screen pass that turned into, that was a backbreaker for sure. Ravens
lost
the
game.
touchdown.
Yep.
Lost the game. 2 drops. Come on, Drops McGee. What are we doing here? How are you going to have me torn this way and think that this guy almost had the best, wide receiver statistical year in franchise history, and also the 4 biggest drops? That's rough.
I mean, he's going to get the ball a lot. So, there's going to be times where he's not going to come through, but, can you come through once?
Come on, why don't you drop one of those passes against Denver?
I know you put up 1,800 yards, but can you come through once?
Please?
Oh, my
let's go.
You guys are ingrate.
I'm not an ingrate. This is all razzle dazzle and flash. And if you're gonna get bounced in the first round again, I'm gonna be upset.
Yeah.
You can sit there and you can give
you
reason.
Basically just said even if they get past the first round, it's still not a success. If they do something they haven't done in 20 bleeping years, it's still not a success to you.
Not a success. Now I don't know but here's the thing.
That's asinine.
Hear me out on this.
You're an ingrate. What kind of fan are you? You want them to go to the Super Bowl. They ain't won a playoff game in 20 years. You're an ingrate.
I said get to the AFC Championship.
That's true.
And when was the last time they did that?
Well, 90.
Can't live in the past, Leroy.
Oh, you are. You don't know how many times I heard same old Dolphins.
Oh, dude, you can't sit here and say not same old Dolphins when they're dolphining once again at the end of the season. I didn't want to believe it. I'm sitting here, I'm telling everybody how the gut.
It's hard for me to listen to that when some of the guys on this team weren't even born the last time they won a playoff game.
Okay, that's fine.
It's not on them.
That's fine. You don't have to hear it from them. But the thing is, all the fans paying, they're the ones following it. We're listening to Zonk, right? Zonk's telling us about the little 10-year-olds who are there. Hey, Mr. Zonka, tell us about the glory days because we don't know about them.
Turkey was on the
Cats,
table.
I'm sure.
Way to go, guys. He came in so happy. And now look at him. Destroyed.
I was so happy. These two
Destroyed.
Mopes have
I'm
ruined
not
my
being
feel
a
good.
mope. Look, this isn't
one.
He's not trusting Tua. There's a difference between me not trusting. Tua does have some making up to do.
Sure. I agree. I agree with that.
He's got some making up to do.
I'm not saying, but can I just
say
say this? As the season goes on, Is it possible that expectations change based on what team you have at that moment?
You're moving
or
the
no?
goalpost.
The expectations, I think, have changed, but as overall season, and when I'm going to step back and look, I'm going to say, was the season a success?
With the injuries they had to deal with, yes.
But they had opportunities to be in a better position. So if you're going to tell me that, like, oh, you ended up playing Baltimore in round 2, it's like, well, you could have put that off, baby, if you would have TCB'd.
That's it. Another thing, though.
Can I wait? Is it possible? And I'm gonna just throw this out there for the general public, right? You can have an opportunity. People have fought Mike Tyson for the heavyweight championship of the world.
Right.
It didn't go well. You know why?
Mhm.
Mike Tyson was better. Based on the two teams that we saw playing against Baltimore, right? Is it safe to say Baltimore is a better team at this point than the Dolphins were? So for you to make these assumptions, oh, they had a chance. Yes, they had a chance. Baltimore was better.
If they get
I'm not going to say that against Buffalo. I'm not. Okay? I'm not sold that Buffalo's better than Miami.
Okay.
I'm not. But that being said, you can't say they had an opportunity to have the number 2 seed, but they lost to Baltimore without acknowledging Baltimore might be a better team.
I'll use a more recent example, okay? The expectations for Deontay Wilder going into the rematch against Tyson Fury were probably strong. I almost destroyed that guy in the 12th round. He woke up from the dead. And what did he do? He pooped the bed, he got knocked out, and then he blamed his heavy suit and a poison and a poison visual. No, hold on. Maybe some of those reasons were true. Maybe they did have something to do with maybe his not best performance. But everybody still laughed at Deontay.
Tyson Fury's better.
Well,
I don't care what twist you put on it. Tyson, they could fight 1,000 times.
Was that fight
Tyson
a success
Fury's
for Deontay
better.
Wilder or not?
Huh?
Was that a fight a success for Deontay Wilder or not?
No, it wasn't.
No, it was a laugh.
But he's not. But it's different in boxing is because, you're judged on your wins. But guess what? He wasn't better. So I don't care what his excuse was. He was not better than Tyson Fury.
But
Can I say this? Do you think, based on these two football teams and the way they went into the Baltimore game, and after that game was over, is it safe to say Baltimore was better?
Yeah, it's safe to say. I mean, it would have been nice if Tyreek Hill would have caught that football. Would have seen how the momentum would have changed,
Would have been nice.
Would have been nice. Would have been nice if Tua didn't throw an interception after Zach Sealer it on up.
Oh, man. Momentum killer there.
Got that fumble, no matter how much Hard Knocks wants to change it and make it seem like that's how the game went.
That's how it
would have been nice to know. I don't know. I can't live in hypothetical world. That's where you love to reside.
No, I'm dealing in reality.
You don't.
Reality is Baltimore was better than Miami.
Hard to say.
That's a fact. It's not hard to say. It's hard to admit as a fan of the Dolphins. I get that. But to sit here and have expectations and say that it's not a successful season if the Dolphins don't go beat a team that anybody could lose on any given day, but the last time they played Baltimore was better and looked better.
Well, what if they get steamrolled this week? Is it a successful season?
No, because look, to be honest with you, with Kansas City, who can't score, I expect the Dolphins to have every opportunity to win the game.
Okay, so Professor Horde is failing the Dolphins if they lose this weekend. Injuries be damned.
Playoff game on the road.
Injuries be damned. I'm saying, have the guts and tell me what's on the line this week. Is the season a failure if they lose this weekend, Leroy?
Hold on, Chunky. Hold on. Jeez, you're a little too exuberant. Have a snack and calm down a little bit.
I'm very hungry.
Nice word.
I would say this. I would be disappointed if they didn't win.
Me too.
Because I do think they have an opportunity to win. Okay, I really do. I do believe that.
It would be a failure.
Huh?
Say it would be a failure.
I'm
Say
not.
the season would be a failure. Say it. Though. Say it though. Come
Here.
on. You're almost there. You just don't want to say it because I'm saying it too. So just say it. If
No.
they lose, say it's a failure.
Here's
In
the deal.
Spanish, say it.
I understand how everybody be frustrated, but I'm gonna tell you this: it's hard to make the playoffs. I didn't make the playoffs every year I played football.
Yeah, but they made the playoffs though.
Yeah, they have.
Playoffs.
Like,
has been,
keep it. When was the
playoffs-
last time the Dolphins made back-to-back playoffs?
I don't know.
Very long time.
2002, probably.
Very, very long time. 20 years, right?
Okay, but dude,
And I love the way you're taking all of this information in and just dismissing it because you want to win.
dude, let me tell you something. The Dolphins making the playoffs, that's G-string, all right? That's bare minimum. Wow. That's bare minimum.
Wow. That's what you went with?
G-string?
To explain the Dolphins, you going to describe some draws? What the hell's wrong with you? Oh, I'm sorry. Women call them panties. Sorry.
Oh, there's a difference.
No, yeah.
There's a difference. If they win in Baltimore, that's a pair of panties.
Draws cover both cheeks. Panties.
Yeah. Well, just the G-string.
Zip line.
The cheeks.
Yeah. Why do we have
Zip line?
conversations like this? Zip line. So no. So I'm just, again, I would be disappointed if they didn't win a playoff game.
Yep.
Right. But to have the expectations that Marcos is having, and to say what you're saying, that AFC Championship game, or it's a failure, I think it's a bit unfair to.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
What did you say? What did you say?
I said it's not a success if they don't make the AFC Championship.
What? You jackass! Hold on. I'm not talking to you. I'm covering your face, right? On the screen. I'm talking to Jennifer right now.
Okay.
We're playing $20,000 pyramid, right? Right? And it starts right now. Not success. Failure. Thank you for playing the game, J-Fig. You have been no help whatsoever.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. So
I can't hear them.
Like this is
Oh,
this
there
is
it
a
is.
pass- this is
so
a
you're
pass
going.
fail.
So like, there's no nuance to this.
There is nuance.
No, there's not.
That's literally what I'm telling you. There is nuance to this.
It's not failure, but it's not success. What is not success?
You tried.
No, it's failure.
No. Well, it depends. Is this a pass fail? What? If you're Pat Riley, there's winning in misery.
Oh.
Will the Dolphins be miserable? Yes.
If they lose this week, yes.
Even if they win next.
If they win this week and then lose to Baltimore, you think they'll still be miserable? With all they've had to fight through, to get to this point. Keep in mind, dude, that's a lot of injuries. You lost damn near 2 Pro Bowl Russians. You had Chunky 52 is now playing football. I saw him chasing a running back or a tight end, and it did not look good because it was more important to him to keep his pants up from not showing cheeks than chasing the tight end.
He had a G-string on.
And you're saying to me that if this list of characters on the football field, because of all the injuries, don't win 2 playoff games, that it's not a success?
Nope. Not for what you came into the expectations of the season for.
The expectations have to change. You ain't got those same guys.
Tell Stephen Ross, is the check change? Nope. He's still behind. He's still handing out $100 million contracts like Willie Wonka.
You have absolutely no sense of reason right now. None.
It'd be easy for you to say. You're coming off seeing your team win a national championship, so like you're not living with the rest of us.
Yes, I am.
You're living in Candyland right now.
Yes, I am.
Oh, Candyland.
Yes, I am. What are you talking about?
Nah,
I'm just keeping it real.
Nah, you're seeing it through.
You can't have the same expectations as you had in the beginning of the season because you ain't even got the same damn players.
Look at all these Bills injuries, though. Jordan Phillips, out. Matt Milano, out. Tre'Davious White, out. Gabe Davis, out. These are all people who are in the starting lineup for the Bills. Didn't make it. They advanced. No excuses for them.
But you know what they have? A 100% Diggs and a tight end who balls and a running back who makes plays. And that's let's not even forget, huh?
We have the number one running game. So I'll say that even
number one running game, but the number one running back didn't play.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
Achane
got
had 100
Achane,
yards,
baby.
though. Didn't he have 100 yards by halftime?
I'm not sure that Achane's not better than Mostert.
True.
To make your point, right, jackass?
No, I just think
you would say something like that just to make your point. You don't even really believe it. You just say that to make your point.
I think I do believe it. I think Devon Achane is better than most. I think Mostert's a touchdown merchant.
Wow. I don't know.
I mean, can I just say this?
He's an opportunist.
When you get to over 20 touchdowns, you don't get that moniker. Right? We passed that. When you break a record for your franchise.
I'm just saying if I think Achane can break that record. Listen, I gotta take a break. You know, we went like, you know, we might have to do some finagling with the breaks here, Marcos. We've been long.
For South Florida Lexus dealers, 15 minutes of game day uncensored.
Let's go! Sponsored by South Florida Lexus dealers. Experienced amazing.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQM. Got a little breaking NFL news here.
What happened?
Mike Vrabel's been fired. Mike Vrabel fired.
I actually didn't see that
as
coming.
Titans head coach.
Think they're making room for Harbaugh?
No, not there.
Hard to imagine that Harbaugh, if he has his pick of the litter, that he's going to pick Tennessee. They'd have to give him that Sean Payton deal, I'd imagine.
Everybody's going to give him that Sean Payton deal.
That's fair.
I think they're blowing it up in Tennessee. Didn't Derrick Henry say bye to the crowd?
Yeah.
Who does that?
Adam Schefter. Titans have fired Mike Vrabel per sources. He led Tennessee to 4 consecutive winning seasons after arriving in 2018, but the Titans have experienced back-to-back frustrating seasons, finishing multiple games under 500. Titans owner Amy Adams Strunk wanted a fresh perspective in the coaching staff after a 6-18 stretch over the last 2 seasons, including 1-9 in division games.
Yikes.
And obviously everybody's making the connection that if Vrabel's out, but Belichick gets fired, that he's going to be a front runner for the New England job. Bring him back.
That'd be pretty good. Because
you think he wants that job?
I don't know, dude. That's a good question.
I think you want a job.
No, your quarterback's McCorkle.
Well, they're not going to keep McCorkle. They're not going to keep McCorkle.
You think they're going to bring in a new quarterback?
Yeah, they got to.
They got the third pick, right?
Third benched him for Bailey Zappi by the end of the year.
They got the third pick, so you figure it's going to be Caleb, May, and then Jalen Daniels, because Belichick would never take Jaden Daniels.
Why is MM on YouTube saying Kevin Harlan's working the Dolphins game? Is he getting a Peacock pass? Because he works for CBS. CBS and Turner. I don't know. Is he getting the Peacock pass? We getting Kevin Harlan?
Don't listen to MM
Are we getting
on
Kevin
Twitch.
Harlan? If we get Kevin Harlan, if we do get Kevin Harlan,
Yeah.
game changer.
That is a game changer.
That's a game changer.
Yeah.
If we get Kevin Harlan for this game, I mean, that would be an absolute game changer. Waddle saying on the radio.
I was gonna say they can't do that though. This is Peacock exclusive. This is their one playoff game. They're gonna allow a free pass.
Sorry you were happy for a whole 2 seconds.
It's not bad though.
Well, I mean, you could probably get the Westwood one call on the Odyssey app. So we could probably, you could sync it up.
No, you can't. He never syncs up right.
You can
Stop
sync it up.
You stop lying.
Right?
It never syncs up right. There's a delay on radio.
You can sync it up. You can sync it up, dude.
I sync it. You sync it. I've never sunk it up.
Marcus.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I just like
You
to
can
yell.
sync it up.
Sometimes the buffoonery takes over this show. So let me get this straight. You want to take a perfectly good 90-inch picture of a football game
Yeah.
and sync it up to radio.
Is it Harlan though? It's Harlan.
Come on.
You ain't doing, dude. Hold on.
Come on.
Tobin.
Yeah.
Look at me. Eyes up.
Yeah.
Eyes up.
Look at him.
Are you gonna sync Harlan up to your TV?
Can't rule it out.
Why do you?
What?
Okay.
I can't rule it out.
I'm gonna get you a shirt, and on that shirt is gonna say "hard to say." That's it. That's it. Hard to say.
And in the back?
I'll probably hear a little bit of them because I'll be driving back from Game Day Uncensored, so I'll probably hear a little bit of Harlan on the way back. If I can get Westwood one, I'll respect to Joe, but I mean it's Harlan, dude. You know.
Oh, that's right.
So I'll listen. I'd love to listen to Harlan's call.
He's
got hell.
You're the worst. Because you're all over the place, dude. You spend your whole life getting out of pickles that your mouth has put.
I haven't put myself in a pickle. The thing I disagree with, like, I got this Jose in Miami's on Twitter, and he goes, "Oh, I get the shit. You're trolling to get a reaction from people to call in. There's no way you can seriously argue the season is a loss if they beat Kansas City." And this is the thing that I would say to Jose. I told him this on Twitter, but I'll share for the rest of the audience. You cannot ignore the fact, well, it would be a nice accomplishment, and it's great. You did something that you had. You know what it is? It's a tip of the cap. Congratulations. You made it further than you did last year. Nice job.
Can I say this?
Hold on. Let me finish, and then I'll let you go. You're ignoring the idea and the fact that they put themselves in a worse position when they were sitting in the catbird seat. All right. They blew it. They should be playing at home this week. And if you don't think that having home games matters for this team, you haven't been paying attention the last 2 years. They had a gift to get it. They gave up somehow a 2-touchdown lead on Monday Night Football in the span of 3 seconds. And if you're going to act like that's not part of the season, I don't know what to tell you. You're an ostrich. You're not a fan. You got your head buried in the sand. That's the facts of it, dude. I'm sorry.
And the only problem that I have with that is, like, you're taking moments of a season and determining that that is the season.
No, honestly, you are, because you're making it all come down to, oh, well, you got to change your expectations because of where things are at. No, my expectations have been where they've been at.
Can I ask you a question? You train for the Olympics, right?
I got to really use my imagination.
Yes. You train for the Olympics.
Yep.
You are the top of whatever you're doing in the Olympics.
Yep.
You're going in with confidence.
Yep.
You stub your toe and you can't run.
Right.
Are your expectations going to change?
Well, I can't run in the Olympics. If I can't run, then I can't participate.
But that's my point.
A waste of 4 years.
But that's my point. So your expectations will change because you're not that same team you were.
But my
Or that
4
same
years,
player.
but my 4 years of training and everything I put into this came down to I didn't know where the coffee table was. So I put myself in that position. Ergo, it was a failure on my part to not turn the lights on when I had to go pee at night.
Oh, that's how we're doing this now?
No, I'm just saying, like,
going pee.
You're sitting here.
How about not walking around the house like Fred Flintstone?
Yeah, I'm with you. You have to be better prepared for that.
But it still changes expectations regardless of how you got that injury.
Dude, you can change expectations all you want, but I'm going to look at the big picture and think to myself throughout all my training, what a waste.
Are you going to answer the question why? How did we get here? How did we get to this point?
How did we get to here? You think it was all injuries?
No, I'm not saying that.
It kind of sounds like you are.
But we are now.
The Dolphins had, like, injuries, schminjuries. They had a chance in this game.
Okay, injuries don't. Okay, you had a chance against Buffalo. Correct.
You did.
You did.
You also had a chance against Tennessee. You had no chance against the Ravens.
Yes.
Throw the Ravens game out.
Okay.
I'll take that. Okay, fine. Throw it out. Fine.
Okay.
You didn't have to be in a position to face the Ravens week 2.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have to be there. You put yourself in that position.
Correct. Correct. But look at the season as a whole.
That's what I'm doing.
Like, you're not.
It's literally what I'm doing.
If you're looking at the season as a whole, you're looking at the record and what that record, affords you, right?
You're
saying you're looking at the record and saying we should have had 2 more wins. There's a bunch of teams doing that.
I am looking at the season as a whole because this is how I've looked at it the entire time. When you have all the stars that they signed and all the players that they signed and went into this thing, chips all to the center of the table. If I asked every Dolphin fan, if I sat them all down after the Cowboys game and you clinched the playoffs, and I said, would you be satisfied with just 1 playoff win? No Dolphin fan would say yes. No Dolphin fan would say yes. Not a one. Maybe some will be reasonable afterwards. Good. You can give yourself a little attaboy, pat on the back. But you're going to say, oh, we did something that hasn't been done since 2000. Great. That's a nice accomplishment, but it ain't like, I'm not sending you an edible arrangement.
No. What? See, but this is why conversations with him is so hard. Because he takes everything to the extreme, right? Like, I'm not saying you got to give him an attaboy and send an edible arrangement.
Well, what are you saying?
First of all, if you send anybody an edible arrangement, it'll get there half eaten because I know you.
So you think I'm going to tell the delivery guy to take a stop?
I want to check it out before you drop it off. Right? No, I'm just saying that, like, for me, for example, the Dolphins, the Browns have been through 4 quarterbacks.
Yep.
Right? It's been brutal. They had half of their secondary out for half of the year. Right? What the expectations were with Deshaun Watson at quarterback going into the season, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what the expectations are now are different because you've gone through the ebbs and flows of the season and all the quarterbacks, and now you have, Joe Flacco as a quarterback. Mm-hmm. Your expectations are a little bit different now.
Okay, and I would be much more in tune with this conversation if the Dolphins were starting, if they didn't have Tua and they didn't have Tyreek.
Yeah, but it's a team.
Oh,
and wait, and Tyreek, you're telling me Tyreek is healthy? That dude doesn't drop balls.
Okay.
Healthy enough to backflip.
Well, first of all, as Marcos has pointed out, he's dropped big balls all season before he got hurt. Okay. Second of all, as who was the listener? Terry yesterday pointed out,
Terry
did a backflip after a touchdown. So I think his hands work just fine.
Seamless.
I get it. He's gutting through it, but he's the one who said this year, cheaters don't get hurt. If he wants to live by that moniker, then I got to hold him to it. And Tua's out
Waddle?
there.
What about Waddle?
What about Waddle?
What about Mostert?
Yeah, okay. But
what
you
about
had
Jalen Phillips?
You got your top
what
two
about
dogs,
Bradley Chubb? What about Xavier Howard?
Defense
what
put you in a
about the
position to win.
linebacker?
Defense
Jerome
put you in a
Baker.
position to win. Defense put you in a position to win.
But I'm just saying, okay. All that being said, here's where you are right now.
Mm-hmm.
And your expectations still win 2 playoff games.
It's not my expectation. I'm just saying that I'm not going to look at the season as a success.
With what I just explained to you?
No, I'm not going to. Sorry. You don't get to retrograde because all this bad stuff happened to you.
I didn't retrograde you. I said expectations change sometimes depending on how your team is.
Do you think let me ask you this. Do you think the Jets look at their season as a failure? Because I would say yes.
Yeah. Because the strength of their team also sucked.
So, but ultimately, they came in with all this hot and bothered because
quarterback got hurt after 4 plays.
I understand, but it's still
their expectations changed.
A waste of a season, failure of a season.
So you think they should have expected the same when Zach Wilson was the quarterback? Are you really being serious right now?
They still
if
probably
they thought those same things, they would have went out and got Aaron Rodgers.
In the totality of everything, though, they're going to step back and say, "What a waste of a year."
Yeah, because their quarterback got hurt, not because of the way they played.
Yeah, whatever. The results are the results.
But the story matters.
You're
not going to look at when you look at the Jets' record and you see how pathetic it is. What were they? 5-12.
Who cares? They're the Jets.
Okay. You know what the first thing everybody's going to say is? Aaron Rodgers got hurt after 4 plays.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's it.
The Jets won more games against teams above 500 than the Dolphins did. So did the Patriots.
So?
Okay.
Failure of a season.
Whose?
It would be a failure of a season if we can't beat the Chiefs because we can look back at all the great stats and the individual performances we had. But at the end of the day, you lost to more teams.
All I'm saying, though, is if the Dolphins, okay, well, let's give them the Chiefs win. Let's say they light the Chiefs' ass up, okay? Yeah. Light them up, make Taylor Swift go home sad.
Okay.
That's a good game from Tua, too.
Great. Let's just say
now we got not just winning isn't good enough. Tua got to play well.
I'm giving you everything. I'll give you everything that you want.
It's insufferable.
I'm gonna give you
it's not how you win. It's the type of win.
But I'm gonna give you I'll give you the win and I'll give you style points.
Yeah.
But then I'm gonna say you get drubbed by Baltimore again.
Because Baltimore is really good.
Tough. You shouldn't have played them that soon. You put yourself in that position.
Ooh, see?
So you're saying
because if they get drubbed,
you cannot be serious right now.
Oh, if they got drubbed in the AFC Championship,
you cannot be serious right now.
No bigs.
That's a good year.
If you got to the AFC Championship and got drubbed by Baltimore, that's a good year.
Good year. Baltimore was just better than
divisional round.
Oh, come on.
You know,
when was the last
talk
time
about
you
it.
been to the divisional round?
Look, if you got
when was the last time you've been to the divisional round?
2001.
And listen to your ingrate. Listen to him.
Wasn't that
Listen
16
to
to
him.
7?
You're an ingrate. 22 years. Since was the last time you got outside of the first round of the playoffs, and you're saying it won't even be a success.
You're moving the goalpost, though. That's okay. Look, if you want to be, if
I'm
we
not
want
moving the goalpost. My
Seems like
reality
you're
has always been my reality about this.
if you are potty training your kid and they don't pee their bed, but they pee all over the bathroom, was it a success?
Getting closer.
Getting closer.
Oh, okay.
Getting closer. But he still failed to pee in the potty.
But you and what you're gonna say? You're gonna say, "Hey, Tommy,
Nice
you're
try.
almost there, buddy. You're
Almost
almost
there.
there." You're
Exactly.
not gonna say, "Hey, you didn't make it in the toilet. It's not an accomplishment, Tommy."
No
But,
dinner.
but see, this is where you think we're on different streets right now. We're not. We're just taking two different vehicles.
We're in different counties,
Dude, no,
in
we're
different
not.
in different states.
I agree with you.
And you don't agree with me.
I agree with
We've
you.
been fighting for the last hour because you don't agree with me.
I agree that winning a playoff game for the first time in 23 years is an accomplishment. Is it the success that I was hoping for? Not really.
Wait. Before the season starts, you idiot, nobody says, "Hey, let's just get past the first round and get our ass kicked." No, you want to win the championship. But as the season plays out, reality sets in. Where your team is sets in. And you have to be real about what the circumstances are in which you're going to play these games. Like, look, if for any other reason other than this, Baltimore is one of the healthiest teams in the NFL. Okay? That means something. Go look around.
A lot of their secondary was out in the Dolphins game. Like basically the entire secondary.
Lost their tight end too. Biggest tight end.
His number one receiver has been out. Mark Andrews, got out. So I would disagree with you. But
Starting running back injured too, if I'm not mistaken.
But it's okay. You're right. Nobody else has injuries. Just the poor little Dolphins.
No. Can I ask you this? Right now, are the Baltimore Ravens better than the Miami Dolphins?
Yes.
Okay.
But any given Sunday, yes or no?
Yes. Agreed.
Agreed.
I made my whole argument about college football, right? Is that I don't care what you think.
I think
no, don't say it.
I think we're
Don't say
on the
it.
same
No.
page, dude. I really do.
No, we're not going to argue for an hour and then you say we're on the same page.
We're on the same
You're
page.
about to start dropping samesies.
I think we're samesies, though. I really do. You want maybe I'm a little bit harsher than you are, but I think we're in the same place. We got to take a break, though.
The only place we are is on Earth. That's it.
Don't tell Chris Grier that he can't bring in some whales, dude. Chris Grier's harpoon don't sleep.
Wait, more moves?
Brought in an all-pro right before the playoffs, dude. An all-pro, 4-time Pro Bowler.
Wow.
Chris Grier's harpoon never stays dull, dude. You got to give credit where credit's due. Justin Houston, dude. Whew.
Also helps that he has a little bit of knowledge on that Chiefs.
Little bit of knowledge, you know? Little bit of knowledge of Andy Reid and his chicken nuggies.
Oh, he loves nuggies. So you are laughing silently?
He's just, I think, exhausted with me.
He's defeated.
That's
I'm
fair.
not defeated. It's just like not even like for a team that hasn't won a playoff game in 22 years.
Yeah.
You like it's only a success if they go to the AFC Championship.
To me, that's just me. Listen, other people can have their grades. Just
You think that's being reasonable right now?
Oh,
nobody ever said that. Nobody ever said I had to have reasonable expectations.
I thought you were reasonable, Tobes.
Sometimes, but in this one, I don't know. I feel like I'm being. Maybe people think I'm being stubborn on this.
You're not being stubborn. You're being unreasonable.
I don't know.
You don't feel the same way about the Browns, though, Leroy? Like if the Browns only made it to the wild card. Like
No, because there was a point in the middle of the season I didn't think they make the playoffs.
See, there's the thing. That never happened with the Dolphins. The Dolphins was
Right. You're right. You're right.
and then collapse.
And that's why it's different.
They
That's
didn't
why it's
collapse
different.
like the Eagles.
No, they did not.
They didn't collapse like Kansas City.
Okay, but here's the thing, though, dude. Kansas City's defending champ.
And they're still hosting.
Eagles
a
went to the
playoff
Super
game.
Bowl last year.
So let me ask you this. If the Dolphins beat Kansas City,
Yep.
can their fan base feel like you?
Can the Chiefs fan base? They can be disappointed.
Oh, whatever, dude.
But they're a little bit spoiled. You got 2 championships,
Get outta
Patrick
here.
Mahomes,
Exactly,
and you have the biggest,
And wait,
Taylor Swift.
and wait,
and-
and you're the opposite of that. So you should be enjoying every bit of success you have in the playoffs instead of saying it wasn't enough.
I'm not just happy to be here, though. I was supposed to be leading this. Now I'm not just happy I
Were
made it.
you? Because you just said a couple of minutes ago that you thought Baltimore was a better football team.
I mean, they were that.
I mean,
week.
proof is in the pudding.
And right now, probably. Yeah.
Did I think that going into that game? No, I said the Dolphins were going to beat them.
I'll tell you what, I didn't even think that before like week 9. Like Baltimore was not on anyone's radar.
I'm also not certain if Tyreek Hill doesn't catch that touchdown that they're not better than Baltimore.
Look at that.
Things just snowball.
They were better that day.
Yeah, on that day. Let's get some headlines, huh? Brought to you by New Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks. I'm gonna like this thing.
All right. Miami Heat, they beat the Houston Rockets last night, the Justin Houston Rockets last night. And the big story out of it for me, just for old Tobes, is
6-point
Jović, dude.
Flirting with the triple double.
And let's hear from Bam, because Bam yesterday asked about, how much he loves playing next to Nikola Jović. And I got to be honest with you, look, for our YouTube Twitch audience, just look at the smile on this guy's face playing next to another skilled big. And you tell me whether or not this is an endorsement that you need for Nikola Jović to keep playing next to Bam. Because
Exposed said it's really dynamic. That's the word he used when it's you and him on the court together. You're smiling. Like, what is it about that?
Man, because Nico's special in his own way. He can dribble, he can shoot, he can pass. He's 6'10", and he's 20. So having a coach that has that much confidence in you to throw you in the starting lineup, obviously, we throw a rookie and basically another rookie in the starting lineup with us, and they contribute and help us win. That just speaks, one, the respect of his coach, and then 2, the respect that he has from his coach.
Yeah, that's exciting, Leroy. You can tell Bam's giddy about it. He likes not being the only tall guy out there that he can trust. The same playing next to 6'3" PJ Tucker.
Look at that smile.
He is smitten with the Serbian.
No, he think
You
about
know?
that Domino's beating he got coming.
Wow. You know,
Can't even let him have
he's just lashing out.
It's not lashing out.
You're
I
lashing
try to
out.
be the voice of reason, reality, and you might as well be Looney Tunes.
I
You'd
don't
be
know.
Leghorn, Foghorn, or whatever his name is. Foghorn, Leghorn.
Foghorn Leghorn?
Yeah.
The chicken?
That's who you
That
be.
chicken?
Yeah.
That's not nice, dude.
I'm a chicken hawk. That's
I say, boy.
I say, boy, they say, come here. I say, boy, it ain't gonna be a success if they don't make it to the AFC Championship game.
Oh man.
You don't think that's being unreasonable?
Man. Nikola Jović, though, dude. Come on. Let's unite on something here. I mean, like this guy. I mean, they call him Neo for a reason.
Just out of curiosity. What was his stat line?
I think it was 6 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. I want to say 2 steals, 2 blocks. How on was I, Marcos?
So he had a
you were actually.
What do you call it? A
He had a box
single?
score. He had a box score poo-poo platter. That's what we call it.
He had 6 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks.
He was good. And just
So he had basketball poo-poo platter.
I'm telling you, dude, he was just all over the place. His fingerprints, like if you dusted the Kaseya Center floor last night, it would just be full of Nikola Jović fingerprints.
Oh my god.
It really was.
Fingerprints.
It was a Serbian crime scene yesterday.
Any chance? Can we tase him?
Why?
I just want you to stop. You've taken it too far today.
You love Nikola Jović. I love Nikola Jović.
Is it raining?
I don't know. Why don't you give us a weather update brought to us by the Benjamin and Dover Law Firm, youraccidentattorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE.
Oh, you got up.
Hey, first things first, it's mostly cloudy and it's windy as hell, folks. Winds are coming. Last time I checked, we're out of the southeast. So that's why you feel a little warm in temperature.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like it's a possibility of some rain. I would say it's about 80 degrees. It's rather warm, too.
Wow.
It is indeed 80 degrees. The wind is quite high at 19 miles per hour coming out of the south, just like you mentioned. Winds could occasionally gust over 40 miles per hour, though, so be careful.
We're all safe. We got wide bases.
We got it, dude.
Thank you.
But Nikola Jović.
Not Jennifer. I wasn't referring to you.
Yeah. She's got boots, though, so she's good.
Like, wait.
You saw that the log.
When I said we all have wide bases, J Fig looked up like,
she said, speak for yourself.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
65 tonight, though. Be careful.
It was also nice to
Not
see.
even, like, that's been the high for the last week.
It was also nice to see the Jović family, just basking in the success yesterday. I tell you what, Mrs. Jovi, tall.
Yeah.
Not short.
No, not, and I'm sure not as critical as you make her.
She looked very loving.
Covered this.
She looked very loving. With it. She looked like a very loving mother. You got to see her baby boy have a great game. I think it was his first home start.
Oh.
I think it was his first home. He got the big intro by Mike Biamonte.
Hell yeah.
He had some starts last year at home. I think it's his first home start this year.
Oh, okay.
But I'll tell you, man.
Right before they send him back to Sioux Falls.
He's not. Why are you putting that in the ether?
Because that's what they do.
It's not what they do. Not to those who. I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you, last night, Leroy. I'm telling you, it was different. The way that he got Spo to buy in. He won over Erik Spoelstra.
What's higher than a quadruple?
Quintuple.
A quintuple single?
Yeah, but you're being a bastard about this. Like, he was great. And why are you leaning?
He's been leading all show.
Because
I'm though, guys. What do I do?
No, it's not even about leaning. Dude, let me tell you something.
He's exhausted.
If it's your leg Anderson.
I'm exhausted. What you have done with you and your sidekick to me today.
Sidekick?
His borderline abuse. I might have to go to HR for what you guys have done to me today.
But like, what do you think about this, Marcos?
Oh, okay.
Miami Heat pop star Nikola Jović, aka Neo, with his hit single "Swish Independent."
Swish Independent. Can I get a sample of how that song would start?
No,
Okay.
I don't feel like I can pull off Neo.
Swish Independent.
That's why
Please.
loves me.
Yeah.
No. Dude, we got blatant disregard for musicians. Right?
Kevin Love.
Oh no. For the things you do. Sexy Kevin Love. Damn. We gotta drop an R&B album now.
Neo, dude.
Neo. Who knew?
Got it together,
Really?
dude.
Wow, he's
Wait a
like,
minute. Wait a minute.
Bangers.
So you gonna take the whitest guy of the four of us and say, let's make an R&B album?
He got soul.
No cap.
Big word for me, dog.
Hey, and here's the worst part about all of this. When you're around the Heat, they literally egg him on, right? So when I get there, having Tyler go no cap, and I'm staring at Tyler now, because now I got two intangibles going cap, no cap across from me. Like, yeah, they just play into it.
What a delight. Take a break. Mix it up next.
Got what you
with you. Hey, if you guys want to win some tickets to go see Udonis Haslam get his jersey retired, which is going down next Friday at the Kaseya Center against the Hawks, you guys can text the word jersey to 20357. Text the word jersey to 20357 and check that on out. You win there, you could get yourself some tickets to go see UD get his jersey raised to the rafters. We're going to mix it up here in just a second, but some news out of Heat practice, which is really great to see. Leroy, Jimmy Butler speaking to the media and says that he should be back shortly from this toe injury. So that's really good news because normally if Jimmy, if it was a way off, I don't think Jimmy would speak after practice, but Jimmy speaking after practice. He's not playing tomorrow. He has been ruled out. But he says he expects another couple days of recovery, but thinks he'll be back in the lineup soon. According to Wes Goldberg, he said he thought the injury was way worse when it first happened in Utah. Quote, "That's why I'm smiling." So good. Hopefully Jimmy Butler will be back in action soon. Miss watching that guy play ball.
That's my boy.
Margos?
Yes.
Let's mix it up, dude.
Let's do it. All righty then. Guys, let's start off with something tough.
That's tough.
Mentioned this earlier. Now we get to hear it from the mouth himself, Christian Wilkins.
Oh, I love that guy.
This is how he's going to prove to be tough against that 1 degree weather in Kansas City this weekend.
Pretty much my approach is always the same no matter what. That's why, I structure my routine that way, so I'm good to go regardless. But that'll be fun. I don't think I've ever played in anything that cold or that type of weather, so it'll be exciting. That's football weather, and, it's playoff time, so let's go.
No sleeves, though.
No sleeves.
No sleeves.
No sleeves, no cap.
Yeah, that's not no big deal.
And 1 degree weather, Leroy? Didn't you tell me that was a big deal?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me explain something to you.
All right.
If you put the proper stuff on your arms to seal yep. When you're not on the field, you have a coat on and you're sitting underneath that blowtorch, right? That you make a little tent and you sit on the bench and it's like 80 degrees up under there. And then when you're on the field, you're running around. So it ain't like you standing out in the cold waiting for football to happen. No. So, why are we talking about all this cold and how hard? Yeah, it's going to be a little different. Your reaction time will be a little slower. It might be a little harder to grip the ball, to catch the ball, and all these things. But for the most part, you're not out there being cold like that.
Look, I've been cold like that before, and it was jumping in Leroy's pool in February in a Speedo.
Oh,
so
You were not in a
That wasn't a
Speedo.
It was the same thing.
Not a Speedo.
It was the same thing. And I
Nope.
jumped. That was really cold, and so I'm it's kind of samesies, Just saying.
With all those factors factoring in, it'll be like 35 degrees.
What else you got,
No
Marcos?
biggie.
Let's laugh at the pain of one of our rivals, if you call it that.
Bum.
McCorkle asked, "Do you see a future in New England?" This is what he had to say.
I have a lot of respect for Mr. Kraft and his family and what they've built here and the Patriots. And at the end of the day, a lot of that's out of my control, but I hope they realize that I'm going to compete and I'm going to do that wherever I'm at on any NFL team, whether it's here or somewhere else. I have a lot of respect for the people in this locker room, and that's where it starts. I feel like I let people down with my play, and a lot of that stuff's in my control and some of it's not. So I'm going to do everything I can for my next opportunity, whether that's here, and really just push forward and continue to be Mac. That's what it's all about, and don't let that waver.
Hold on.
Did he go third person on us at the end?
Continue.
Yep.
Yeah. Scrubs don't do third person, dude.
Return to the Mac.
Okay, dude.
Continue to be Mac.
But here's the deal.
That's all he can do.
Right? He hit the nail on the head when he said a lot of it was my doing and some of it wasn't. No, most of it was yours.
Dude
So,
stinks.
I mean, who decided to take him?
Good
I
question.
ain't gonna say nothing. but it seems like they always draft an intangible. Just saying.
What else you got in the mixed bag, Marcos?
Got something a little controversial, guys.
Okay.
I won't dive too much into it because there's a lot of speculation going on. So much so, people asked about this beef between Aaron Rodgers and Jimmy Kimmel. All right. They wanted to know, based off of Jimmy Kimmel's rant yesterday, which, by the way, did you see or hear Jimmy Kimmel's rant?
I saw like a clip of it. He made a joke about him going to Cal, and I was like, all right, nice. But I guess he's Aaron Rodgers is on McAfee right now, and he made a joke about Jimmy Kimmel having 10 writers. I really,
you're checked out of this, apparently.
Not checked out of it. I'm just like, all right, now it's kind of getting to the point where it's like I don't even think it's real.
Oh, you think that they're okay? So you're putting a tinfoil hat on the tinfoil hat.
People like can I tell you about what have I told you about the famous?
That usually they lie.
Fraudulent?
No, the famous love fame.
That's right.
The famous love fame, and I think that this is just two of them. We got something here of attention. I don't know. Like I think that Jimmy Kimmel probably was upset about being the Epstein list thing and all that, but like then you realize it's a dummy Aaron Rodgers. I don't know how much I mind it, but I don't know what he's saying. So like give me room for when I hear it. I'm sure tomorrow. Obviously, I'm not going to hear it today. We're doing the show now, but I don't know. I'm a little checked out of it, to be honest with you.
You know, you actually have a point, though, when mentioning that they could be just looking for other opportunities of fame. People asked Aaron Rodgers if he wanted to respond to Jimmy Kimmel's comments, and instead of responding right then and there, this is what he chose to do.
Want to address that any further? Do you have any regrets about what you said?
Yeah, I'm going to talk about it tomorrow on the show. Tune in.
Can you give us anything now? I mean, we're here right now. Can you just...
Yeah, check me out tomorrow.
How about with ours? Not give you a raise.
Well, see, here's the thing. That guy's a jerk because that reporter's a jerk because, yeah, actually he is being a good partner because he does get paid to be on that show. And obviously a lot of people are going to want his attention. Not that he couldn't say things there and people still won't tune in. But also, if you're a reporter there, your question can't be, well, why can't you give us something now? Like, ask a question, dude. Right. Do your job. Ask a question. Right. Like, this guy wants to be like, well, why can't you give us something? I'm like, ugh, all right.
Yeah, and they wonder why.
Like, that was so sniveling by that guy. Why can't you give us something, Aaron? Ask a question then, dude.
Yeah, they got a lot of weird things going on between these two, between Kimmel and Aaron Rodgers. Like you mentioned, Kimmel criticizing him going to Cal. And this is just from a few minutes ago. Apparently, now Aaron Rodgers is firing back, saying, I think it's impressive a man who went to Arizona State and has 10 joke writers can't read off of a prompter. And essentially, they're just taking it's like.
Well, it's the thing. It's like, all right, we had a very serious thing that was thrown out there. Then Jimmy Kimmel threatened to sue him.
Yeah.
And now we're making jokes about where they went to college. You're both old. Who cares?
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, at what point does that not work anymore?
Yeah, like, what are you gonna, make a joke about me going to Barry University and getting kicked off campus? Congratulations, you really got to dig there. They were great times. Like I get it. Like, you're Jimmy Kimmel and you want to make a joke about his intelligence, but like, I think Aaron Rodgers has worked out okay for himself, as for Jimmy Kimmel. So like, I was hoping a little bit more. Like, if we're gonna have a beef, let's have a beef. All right, let's not do nana nana boo boo.
Yeah, apparently now though, Aaron Rodgers has even gone as far as criticizing ESPN's exec Mike Foss.
I don't know who that is.
No one knows who he is, but I'm assuming Pat McAfee's gonna get a call. Like, I don't know if we should have this guy around anymore.
Well, no, McAfee last week called out ESPN execs himself. He said that his show's getting sabotaged. So
I did hear about that.
That's another thing. Like, I don't even know, because some people think that was a ruse to get people off of the Aaron Rodgers thing.
Oh man.
So like, I don't even know. This all feels like professional wrestling to me.
So many ruses going on, dude. What's it?
That's why I stick to just stick to real professional wrestling with Vince McMahon.
Oh,
he's
good.
Well,
not anymore.
I'm not good.
He's not good. Yeah, you're right. It's not good.
Lecherous. Very disturbed past.
Ready for the final thing in the mixed bag?
Now we gotta go to break.
That's good enough.
right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy. Take you up until 2 here on the program. If you're missing today's show, get the Tobin and Leroy podcast available for you on all podcast platforms, including the Odyssey app, AUDACY. And you guys can also listen to us live there on demand and check us on out. Please also subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch page, Miami 560 WQAM. And there you guys can watch the show live. You guys can watch clips of ourselves, Hockman and Crowder, Krantz's Corner. Javon Holland's show today is coming up at Hollywood Kia. Hopefully Javon doesn't give us more news of he's like, I just found out more people are out. TD is out this week. No Dolphins mascot this week. Torn labrum.
Jeez.
Torn labrum.
I don't know. Do you have Mike McDaniel? Mike McDaniel was speaking to the media yesterday and was addressing the idea that people who don't think the Dolphins have a chance going into this game, and the Dolphins head coach had this to say about that.
I think this particular team, the noise, I anticipate will be loud enough and poignant enough that I won't necessarily have to bring it up. I will say that this team, in my opinion, they set their expectations and standards for what they wanted to do way before people said they could do it. There's a lot of people littered on the team that have been outrightly told that they can't. I don't see that as surprising that would be said, nor do I worry about it. I think it's something that the individual players across the board in the locker room, our locker room is littered with people that have found success in the face of people saying they can't. So, people say we can't until we do.
Very true. They do need a one to, get one and prove that. I think that is a big deal, especially the way that the season did end. It would be nice just to, first of all, get your team right. They've talked about the adversity that they've faced. That one was a really, really ugly one to take on national television to wrap up the regular season.
Yep.
So we'll see. We'll see. I think it's going to be big for him as a coach too, because, I do think that there's some questions about his ability to adjust to certain things that are facing the game. So just in general, I think that this is a big maturing process for Mike McDaniel.
Stop it.
Stop what? You would disagree this is not a maturing game?
Rednecks don't say mature.
Paul, I got to tell you, I'm not getting out of this tank, Paul, until we mature as the tide and we become national champions again. I can't live in a college football world, Paul, where we're number 4 in the country. All right? Ridiculous. What does that sound? Is that Big Spoon in the background?
No, that might be Fonz next door playing music.
Hearing some hubbub in the background there.
No.
Some speaking. Scooby got a party going on, J Fig?
Scooby's sleeping somewhere. So it's not him.
I'm watching you guys.
Mm-hmm.
No partying going on until we beat Kansas City, all right? And I need a good performance from Tua. Don't have us win and he throws for 112 yards.
I mean, it might. Hold on, though.
See, this is what I mean about being reasonable.
But to be fair, Marcos, it's going to be 0. Who knows what the conditions are going to be like, You might have to McCorkle it and do 3 passes. It might not be his fault.
Look, it's going to be his fault because had he not thrown that pick at the end of the game, or maybe had he not fumbled that snap in Germany, or maybe had he, I don't know, maybe scored a touchdown in the second half in the last 3 games.
So he put himself in the cold.
Exactly. We could have been at home.
So if you want to make yourself warm, succeed in the ice.
Look at that. That was deep. Did you think of that?
Yeah.
That was deep.
Thank you.
Look at that. I don't care what they say about you, dude.
What do they say?
You got depth.
Thanks, man.
What?
Hmm?
Yeah, man.
Listen, I'm many things. I'm an opinion giver. I'm a reporter. I'm boots on the ground.
You're a BS talker.
I'm a BS talker.
You can't remember what you said from one.
But you would have to say, Leroy, you would agree. Like, I'm boots on the ground. I'm trying to make things happen. I'm getting Nikola Jović to open up. I didn't even send you guys a picture of Mayweather last night. Aren't you proud of me?
Oh, he was there?
No, he wasn't.
Okay, well
That's why we didn't get it.
Bubba Watson was there.
Oh, you did say you said Bubba, and I was like, "Who the hell is Bubba?"
He's not crying.
Yeah,
there's only one Bubba.
Oh,
we ain't talking about Bubba Sparks.
Okay. Antoine Walker was there too, former champion.
Now tell him what you said about Antoine Walker.
Yeah. What'd you say about him, huh?
Love that guy, man.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Let's see. What did he say?
Love that guy. Oh,
That's messed up.
It's not his fault, dude. It's game ops. You gotta.
No, he's big as hell. He was big as hell on his way out.
Why didn't I see any of this last?
I don't know what you're talking about.
See,
solid. If honestly though, I'll give you credit. If all those moments were going on and we only got a few text messages, you were pretty locked in yesterday, man. You were really enjoying.
Very locked in.
Let me tell you why. Because he was trying to watch football and basketball at the same time.
No, you know what happened? He was stuck with the football. Like, they changed the angle, and I know why they did this, because they don't want the TVs impeding us on press row. But like, if you don't have the TV right in front of you, and I can't see it because it's like dipped up like this. So I could only see the score. That's all I could see. And I was like, stupid. All right. I just kept looking and saying, all right, Leroy's happy. Leroy's happy. Now props to Game Ops, well, Heat Media Relations Department, because they did put the national championship on in the press conference room.
Oh, sweet.
while Spo was speaking. So that was good.
Yeah, that's nice.
Got to see a little action there. But that was like, as soon as I came back from the Jović press conference where he was saying no words, I was like, Leroy's gonna be happy.
Yep.
Yeah, I made the mistake of texting during the game, and Leroy hit me with "I know, Marcos." I was like, no, I'm probably not texting.
I could clearly hear him.
No, because I had Negative Nancy sitting next to me saying the same crap.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, better watch out if they score before the half."
Right.
It's a different game.
And then Tobin goes in, and Leroy's like, "Thank you for that."
Yeah,
for sure.
Like, you guys have was no help.
I was just trying to.
I don't watch the game. Like, I just watch it as a fan. I don't like get all carried away about calling people bums or whatever. Except I wouldn't have been mad if number 2 had been called for targeting, and they took him out because he was getting roasted, and he was the defensive player of the game. So I don't know what I was watching.
He did his best, dude, and they won.
He was the MVP.
Yeah. So look, had he gotten out for that targeting, he wouldn't have been able to enjoy that, Leroy.
They would have gave it to Sandstrom, who was better.
Oh.
Well, congratulations, Leroy. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
Happy for you.
Although you took the sparkle out of his smile.
You did.
I don't feel like I did. I mean, really, Marcos went down.
Can I just tell you, you were miserable today.
Wow.
There's no other way of putting it. Really? Because what do you say to a fan whose team hasn't won a playoff game in 20 years and says it won't be a success unless they get to the AFC Championship game?
I mean, is he wrong though?
I would say that guy's got high standards. Nothing wrong with that.
Really?
High expectations.
Yep.
Really?
For the number 1 team.
High expectations? That's tough. Low expectations? That's not tough.
That's not tough.
That's not. I'm not having low expectations.
Needing the ball.
I'm having real expectations.
That's not tough.
Real expectations?
Yeah.
That's not tough. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
You best believe Leroy is getting the hell out of there. I'm pooping my pants.
He was a box score poo-poo platter last night. Joe Shellen, drop pick. Oh, throw to other team again. This guy colorblind.
Okay.
Please, you know they're going to be speaking Russian, right? You jackass.
Hope you mother have a good day.